here, so bear with me because I'm kind of trying to get festive here. Josh, I see that you're on. I saw your comment, dude. Hopefully you got the notification already that I'm already live, but I got my party hat on. Trying to crease this up a little bit. Show my little banner in the background that I have here. Decorate. All right. So I got one viewer. Let's see who the viewer is. I know Josh. That's J Roth Productions. I already saw his comment. Here's his comment. It says, "Good day, birthday man. I'm here." All right, Josh, you here now? All right. So I'm trying to wait to see who else will join in. I also talked to some other people. My hat's not too distracted. And I'm also right now. As I'm waiting for SmackDown to come on, I'm watching the NFL draft. Yep, there's Josh. All right, hey John, and all right. So real quick, now I'm gonna probably post the link only for people in the live chat to see for the StreamYard. So hold on just a moment. I gotta do a couple things. But hey, Josh, welcome, man. Good to see you. And I've been waiting for John Patel. Oh, the hat's awesome. Okay, thank you. I know. Gotta have a little fun. Got my banner here, a little glitter here. Got this. Got like a tablecloth I put back there. Yeah. So let me see. I gotta go copy this link real quick. Copy. But yeah, right now, just wait for SmackDown to start. SmackDown's not on for another, well, less than 30 minutes right now. But I just want to start stream early so I can try to get people in here. We can all talk about whatever. Of course, SmackDown tonight, Raw on Monday, AEW on Wednesday. Maybe just talk about whatever. Maybe I might open up some trading cards in the stream. I've got some baseball cards. I wanted to find some wrestling, but trading cards are so hard to find anymore. Of course, Pokemon are hard to find, but I just got lucky to find some Pokemon today. Sorry, I was just eating. I just got my pizza. But yeah, I found some baseball cards. I wish I could have found some football cards, and like I said, I could have found some wrestling, but I didn't find Pokemon. I got like a bag of Pokemon cards here, like trading card packs, and some boxes. I got some figures I bought at Walmart today, and I got a video that'll be up tomorrow. But okay, let me post the link real quick to the StreamYard. I gotta go by my stream directly, so I'm gonna do this. I'm just wait. I'm using my other phone, my backup phone that I use for when I want to check my videos quality and stuff. Alrighty. Videos. Hold on. You go to my channel directly, maybe. There it is. Okay, let me. Yeah. All right. Hey, understandable. That's all right. The more viewers, I know it's going to count as you, but that's all right, dude. All right. So let me post something real quick. Paste. All right. There's the StreamYard link right now. It's popping up anytime. So click on that. And hopefully, I'm waiting for John Patel to join. And I'm also hoping a few other people join. It just see how long it takes for any of them, get this notification. Although I was trying to message somebody on Facebook, but I can't get to his Facebook page anymore. I don't know if Joe or Johnny would join in, but all right. So it says 3 viewers right now. So you count for 2 of those. I might count for the other viewers. I got my phone out. But I wanted to post the link real quick. Okay. I'll flash the link real quick. That's the link, and then I'll unflash it. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some people join in. And I may need to go share this on Twitter real quick as well.
Yes, please.
But yeah, just all right. I haven't got a guest notification yet. Because normally it would show me right now if the guest's popping up. I guess. No, not yet. Hopefully it's the right link. If not, I apologize. I know I had a link saved a while back from another StreamYard stream I was gonna do, I think. So hold on. If that link is wrong, let me check. Let me know if that link doesn't work. I think it should because it should be because I just. And also, I'll show something else to you guys. I recently did create a Discord a while back. I just haven't shared it. So this one you guys can join anytime. I'm probably about to do this real quick. Copy. I just gotta make sure I have the right Discord because this will be Discord related to this channel. I'll have another Discord for my other channel, but I haven't got any guest notifications yet. So let me go back on here real quick. Still waiting. If you're still here, Josh, let me know. I don't know if you're trying to get stuff set up. I know you probably use a webcam or you might use your phone. So let me first share my live stream now on Twitter. So I'm gonna get notifications. I hope it's working for you guys. Teachers, contractors, grandparents, nurses, all of these people trust the accident recovery. I'm gonna keep an eye up here and I'll. There it is. Hold on. I almost hit the wrong thing. Add the stream, and there we go. Hey, what's up, Josh? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah, I've got to use I'm actually using the computer, man, because for some reason I can't access it on my phone for some reason. So
okay, gotcha, understandable.
Yeah. So I decided I'm going to use the computer for a while, just until just before I go into Wagga with a friend of mine into Wagga for the for the aircraft show that's on there today. So
okay, cool. All right.
So I thought before I do, might as well come in here while it's your birthday, man. So
yeah,
so happy birthday to you, buddy.
All right, thank you. I'm glad you can make it.
Well, mate, how can I never forget your birthday, man? I mean, it's real easy. It's well, even though it's the last day of April there, but it's actually the 1st of May here. So not much of a difference, but
yeah.
Oh no, but yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to watching a bit of SmackDown today just while waiting all that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm here about 30 minutes right now. I'm just watching the NFL draft just in the meantime as I wait for SmackDown to start.
Yeah, I think at the moment, I think Family Guy or Simpsons are on Fox 8 here at the moment because that's the channel that we that I watch WWE, SmackDown, and Raw and NXT and all that on.
Yeah, Fox here in the U.S. and they show The Simpsons and Family Guy. NXT though is on USA Network.
Yeah. No, that's it. Just while we're on the stream, what I've seen on the WWE YouTube channel with the superstars asking who's going to win against Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Have you got any predictions who you think is going to win it?
You know, honestly, I think Roman's going to win. Because Daniel Bryan, I think he's getting ready to leave WWE for what I've been told. Or at least he's going to start becoming a part-timer.
You know, that could be one of the reasons. But I think I had another reason, for this setup. And I'm just assuming that he might be thinking about leaving SmackDown, but not leave WWE altogether.
That's true. He could go to Raw, could go to NXT.
Yeah, well, there's been a bit of speculation that he might be going to NXT.
Yeah,
well, that's just my guess because I've been watching the videos. I've actually watched the recent video from the WWE YouTube channel with The Miz talking about Daniel Bryan of their rivalry in the past years, and I've looked on the comment section on there, and there's been a lot of speculation that people want to see him at NXT.
Yeah, that's a possibility, and there's also a rumor he could go to New Japan Pro Wrestling, which that would be interesting if he were to do that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, that could be another possibility. So just have to wait and see, I guess.
So yeah, I haven't seen you much as of late. I noticed you're not on Twitter or Instagram anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, man. Yeah, well, I won't go into details as to why and all that because it's a bit of a personal thing with a famous YouTuber, which I won't mention all that. But I might be able to tell you why you're up when you're off streaming and all that. But apart from that, man, yeah, it's actually been really great for me all this month and all that, especially with a lot of steam train chasing I've been doing, from the last 12 days and all that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going on your end, but I'm kind of hearing some audio problems. Like I don't know if you can hear me right, but because I know
I can hear you fine.
Okay, yeah. So the reason you were having some audio problems. I don't know if you were out here on your end or
not. It must be the volume on. Yeah, it must be the volume on me. On my end.
Well,
so I might have a
you
look.
kind of sound like a cyborg there. I had to double check. I was like, so I know if there's like problems on my end where I start breaking up, I can't really tell, but people will tell me, "Hey, John, break up." But I just want to make sure.
Okay. Well,
that's the internet for you, I guess.
Well, according to this, the microphone volume is working fine.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Sometimes could be just the app. StreamYard seems to be glitchy. YouTube seems to be glitchy. Internet seems to be glitchy. I just want to double check.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're using? You're actually using the actual app on your Android, is it? Or
well, website actually. I wish they had an app, but yeah, I'm using the website right now for it.
Yeah, because well, that's it. I was actually seeing if there was an app for it, so that way it could work a lot better. Because when I was trying to log in using the phone, it just wouldn't recognize my password that I always use and all that. So I thought, you know what, bugger it, I'll just use a computer since that's always been saved on there.
Either one works. So yeah, just use what works for you, man.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it for sure. But saying that, yeah, it's going to be a good show and all that. And and I've already got my favorite one ready. Wreck everyone and leave.
Yeah, the only shirt I could find for the time being was my Seth Rollins shirt, just for the heck.
Yeah,
shirts that would actually work for tonight. I could wear my AJ shirt, but Raw's not on tonight, so it wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, I guess we just need one more person to wear a Dean Ambrose one, and we got the whole Shield members here.
or John Moxley, so that's who he is now, obviously.
But yeah. But I'm just so used to call him Dean Ambrose. But
I know.
Yeah, but I have to look into finding a way to watch AEW. But I think I can with the Fight app or something like that. Yeah, it's just that I can't get the Fight app to work on my TV, so that way I can watch it through the TV without having to use my computer all the time to hook it up.
Yeah. Right now I just have to catch through YouTube because I don't have cable at the moment. And I know there's like apps that maybe you can use. Like I think Sling TV here in the US, but I haven't really bothered subscribing to it.
Yeah, I think I might be able to check that if I had a proper NordVPN account or something like that, so that way I could be able to watch stuff from America that is not usually seen here in Australia. Yeah, like Hulu and all that, because I know that Hulu is banned in Australia because I'm using an Australian IP address. But if I had NordVPN, which I probably will in the future, I could be able to access those things just to see what we're missing out on.
Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about getting a VPN because I'm sure you've heard, of course, WWE's moved the Peacock. Because they moved the Peacock, they have to censor so much, and they haven't got all the content up. And some people are saying, well, if you get a VPN, you can switch your IP to, like, say, the UK or Australia. You can still access WWE Network. And that would be
exactly.
I would definitely prefer that. Yeah, I don't like that they moved the Peacock. I get it from a business standpoint, but I still wish they would have kept WWE Network here in the US.
Nah, all good, buddy. Yeah, I'm actually really I was actually really fortunate that I could be able to still use WWE Network from their official website since I'm actually out of the US.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. So yeah, because when I actually heard about it, when I was watching on TV and all that, saying via Peacock, I thought, hang on, does that affect us in Australia as well or international? Looked it up, and it's only for US subscribers, and I thought, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
so I'm actually real glad it didn't affect me anyway. So the one I've actually kept since 2017, I'm glad I still got.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of off and on canceled my WWE Network subscriptions, but that's just sometimes how the product's been as of late. Times
Yeah.
where I want to watch the big pay-per-views, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Raw, but it's like the rest of the pay-per-views are kind of like,
Yeah, that's it. But I'm actually really happy to hear that the last WrestleMania gone, they actually had the crowd back. That was really epic.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, if I was actually WWE, I reckon I would have. If I was working with Vince McMahon, I would let him know just to keep the live audience for pay-per-views and all that, and just use Thunderdome for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT shows.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that way it can work out a lot better. And imagine the revenue Vince could be making out of it too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I know that since the pandemic is came around and all that, it's actually they were losing a lot of money and revenue and all that, which would explain why they had to lay off a lot of talent and all that.
Yeah, and that bothered me when he had to let go Samoa Joe. I was like, man, Samoa Joe was like,
yeah, I know, eh?
Yeah,
because when I actually heard that he's been let go, they have no idea. They've left go someone very good on the mic.
oh yeah, very good.
Yeah. But saying that too, because a couple of mates of mine down in Wodonga who are also WWE fans, Michael and Andy. From Michael, he actually told me that even though it might sound like that Samoa Joe didn't want to be let go, but he actually heard more. He actually looked up more resources and said that that Samoa Joe was actually expecting that only because of his concussion injury that he suffered about a year or so ago.
Yeah.
And I know that pretty much knocked him out a bit, which would explain why he's been doing the rest of his career in commentary, as the Raw commentary. And I'm actually surprised he actually is taking the release really well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say he's about to go back to Impact. That's the rumor I've been hearing. I think they even leaked that out.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well. I mean, if he's actually watching this, I was going to say, good luck to you for your future endeavors, Samoa Joe.
Oh man, I would love it if like I had him watching or any WWE superstar for that matter. I have John Cena follow me on Twitter, but then again, John Cena probably follows a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, he probably watches a lot of fans that gets his interest and all that. So you happen to be one of the lucky ones, only because because my cousin up in Queensland, Pierce, he's a John Cena fan, and I reckon he'd be a bit jealous that because he follows him all over social media, but if he actually found out that I actually told him that one of me, like if I said one of my mates in America has actually got John Cena following him, he'd probably be really jealous.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like John Cena retweets me or anything, but I think he just like, I'm just gonna follow that guy. Say, I'll follow that guy or that girl.
Yeah. Well, just don't tell Dwayne Johnson this. He might end up being the people's franchise, like follows his fans to see what they're like and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Which actually brings me back to the Roman Reigns. Yeah, because like I said, you're definitely right. He probably most likely is going to retain the Universal Champion, and I reckon he will be a champion for a very long time. Probably lead up until possibly a dream match with himself and The Rock.
Oh yeah,
because that's what I think is happening. I could be wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, they've been trying to make it happen for a while. I mean, they wanted to try to do it last year, but obviously that changed. He was supposed to take on Goldberg. I think world shut down. That didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. So most likely it could be next year or could be the year after. We don't know yet.
All right, we got one viewer, Stephen Rankin. Welcome to the stream. Wish me happy birthday. I appreciate Stephen, somebody who's actually subbed my other channel, RTTG, subbed this channel. So thanks for joining.
Your RHC toys or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm actually watching. Yeah, I'm actually looking at the chat as we speak here as well on my end.
Yeah.
So that way I can be able to talk to you, and of course, also what's that? Oh, that's right. Moderate the chat as well. So
Yeah, of course, in case any naughty chatters decide to join in, which hasn't happened in a while. But you always be that one person that puts in a random name and they start putting some symbol or letter so they can just keep going fast until you finally ban them. Like some people that.
No, well, don't worry, man. You got the head of the table here who could be able to handle that.
All right.
Well, that's the next shit I want to get is head of the table.
Oh yeah.
And Roman's other one, I think, acknowledge me, and then beat him, stack him, pin him, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, because when I was watching that match, I was really hoping Edge would win that.
Yeah. Even though I had predicted that Bryan was going to win at Mania, I would have been fine with Edge winning. That would have been awesome. It'd been like an ultimate redemption story for him to come back.
Oh, it sure would be. Because, I mean, because when Edge actually had to leave in 2011, he didn't really lose his championship at all, to be honest. And I was actually hoping they're going to bring that story up with him waiting 11 years to get back on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely have something.
Yeah, well, that's it. And but I don't know. I'm not sure if this was true and all that. I mean, coming to WrestleMania, I've actually been seeing that he actually turned heel on Daniel Bryan.
Pretty much.
Well, there you go. That
would threat originally, and then Daniel Bryan got put in there. So yeah, I guess you kind of can't blame Edge, but Daniel Bryan's still beloved by the fans.
Yeah, well, mind you, because normally I don't like heel wrestlers or anything like that, but when it comes to Roman Reigns and Edge, I can make an exception to accept them as heels.
Hey man, some of my favorites have been heels: CM Punk, Wade Barrett, Kenny Omega in an AEW is probably one of the best heels. MJF.
Oh yeah,
he's devoted to his character. Like he'll even be like a heel outside of wrestling. Like he'll people at meet and greets. He'll be meeting people on Twitter. Like there you go. That's a guy you can hate, but yet respect him because it's like he's doing his job.
Yeah, well, that's it. And I actually like the rivalry that's going on between MJF and Chris Jericho. Of course.
Yeah, the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. Yes, and I'm a big Chris Jericho fan, so I've been enjoying it. Enjoying the whole rock and roll. Put MJF in his place.
Oh, why not? Because you can tell I'm a Jericho fan because I've actually got one of his songs as my ringtone. I believe his AEW theme, Judas from Fozzy. Yeah, because I was actually watching one of his live streams a few months back, and I did actually ask Chris Jericho, I think as a super chat donation, ask him if he's going to do any band tours in Australia after COVID and all that. And most likely, I don't know if I've got an answer for that or not, but I think there's been discussion that it is planned to have international tours after it. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
And while we're talking Inner Circle, one of the members of the Inner Circle, I believe Sammy, he reminds me, he's got a splitting image of my cousin Taylor. I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. Because the facial-wise look, I thought, oh, my God, that looks like my cousin Taylor. Yeah, without a doubt.
You'll have to post us a pic of that one. He says, if your cousin's cool with that, I don't want you to put your cousin on the spot.
No, that's it. Oh, well, Glenn Hunt actually said Friday Night Wars, SmackDown versus AEW.
Oh, yeah, see, we got... And let's go back to StreamYard. I can put comments on the stream when they pop up. So, for everybody else, if they're not looking at the live chat, or if they're watching on their television, so unless they have the live chat enabled on the screen, I can just put, comments I want to highlight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. But, there you go. But, in regards of, apart from that wrestling news, man, bit of a hectic week last week. Apparently when I was actually going for a drive into Wagga, I think about I think it was about 3 a.m, only because I wasn't tired, and I just feel like I need to get out of the house for a bit, which I normally do.
All right, hold on just a moment. I think we got a guest. Oh, hey, look, we got. Here we go. I'm gonna add to the stream. John
Hey,
Patel.
John, how you doing, man?
Hey,
What's up,
Welcome,
guys?
Big John.
Jane.
With me and
How we
John.
doing,
Oh,
man?
wow.
Good to see you again.
And by the
Oh,
way,
man, it's good seeing
congrats
you
on 100
guys, man.
subs. I appreciate you, man. Like, you were awesome, and I'm glad you deserve it. All the good videos you put out, showing your jerseys. Keep
Oh,
adding
yeah,
it.
man.
There's 100 more.
Oh, thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate you too, man. I love your channel, man.
Good stuff. So how you been anyways, Jane?
I've been doing good, man. I just turned 21 on Monday.
Oh, mate, welcome to the adult club.
Dude, truth be
Oh,
told,
man, if I knew that was going to happen, I could have got myself, a bottle of Bundaberg rum ready for you.
Oh, man, bro. Dude, truth be told, man, I don't drink, man.
Well, never do I, man. But I can make exceptions for yeah, well, there you go. I can make an exception for for birthdays and all that. So I'll just have to have it later on.
Oh, yeah. Truth be told, man, I've always looked older for my age. Even back when I was in elementary school, middle school, people would ask me, like, how old are you? And I would tell them I'm 8 years old or 9 or whatever. And they would say, really? You look like you're 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, I actually feel you on that as well, man. Because when I was actually like in kindergarten and all that, every kindergarten kids back when I was in kindergarten were actually smaller than me, and I was like the only one taller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and back then my mother was actually worried that I was actually I actually got gigantism or something like that. But it turns out it's just part of my genes aren't from your family. So there you go.
Oh yeah, I remember being taller than everybody in kindergarten. Thing was, I went to a couple, kindergartens. We moved around. You see, when I was little, we moved around a lot. I grew up in like the motel hotel business. So it's kind of like the wrestling business. That's why it's like when it comes to wrestling, I have two senses. I have the fan side, and I can also understand the business side. So when we talk about Vince McMahon, from a business side, I can understand where he's coming from. At the same time, but the fan side just clouds the judgment.
Oh yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, especially when you actually used to watch WWE back in the Attitude Era. Yeah. Vince McMahon was a bit of an arsehole during his prime, and Stone Cold Steve Austin knows how to rattle his feathers on every show. Man, I miss those days.
Oh yeah, don't we all?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Guys, he got paid to beat up his boss. That's the ultimate dream job.
Oh man. If they offer me that sort of payment, if they offer me a job doing that to my boss like every day, I would be a millionaire right now.
Dude, I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to beat up my principal. So his name was Buck, and you want to talk about an asshole? He was like JBL if JBL was a principal.
Funny you mentioned JBL. Yeah, because he's one of my favorite commentators of them all, as well as Jim Ross and all that.
Oh yeah,
and I love his induction speech. His induction speech was absolutely him all over.
Man, I gotta say though, this year's Hall of Fame class, I was so happy when the British Bulldog finally got inducted.
Yes,
RVD.
Rob Van Dam. Yep. Yep. And of course, one of my favorite tag teams of WCW times, the New World Order, NWO.
Dude.
That was well earned as well. Too sweet, brother.
Speaking of the NWO, I got my Wolfpack shirt with me too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let me get it out.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure. Wow, there you go. Yeah. Anyways, just while he's getting that, that was quick.
Oh yeah, it was literally right there, man. And then
wow,
it's got, Bad has arrived and is here to stay.
But out of all of them, guys, I reckon you all agree about this. It's about time Eric Bischoff was inducted.
Dude, that's what I've been saying, man. He was, I mean, bro, speaking of Eric Bischoff, man, it's sad, what happened with Steve McMichael.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, his ALS diagnosis. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was just absolutely that's terrible. Yeah.
And listen, I'm not just saying this as a Bears fan, but I always loved Steve McMichael. Even before his wrestling career, I always loved him. He did a lot. He was part.
Oh yeah, he was part of the '85 Bears. Like probably one of the best defenses alongside the 2000 Ravens.
Oh yeah, William Perry was in it. Richard Dent, Mike Singletary. I mean, just look, Dan Hampton, dude. Not to mention, even in wrestling, people give him so much crap. Look. He was part of the Four Horsemen. He's the only man that can say that he was part of the '85 Bears and the Horsemen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Welcome to the live chat real quick. Nicole Davis, her boyfriend, Jim, has his own child called JD Stacy 09. He does full card video. Hoping he might come around. Of course, John, you might remember the stream we had back a few months back with him and Joe and Johnny came on.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come on at some point. If not, well, hey, at least I got you guys here. I'm happy.
Oh, of course.
Those guys are cool, man.
For SmackDown, getting ready to start up right now. So
yeah, I know. I was just looking at the time. This is why I'm actually moving a bit to try and get the
yeah. As they play some Akadaka. I remember that from last week. We all had together. Tell us what they call AC/DC down in your homeland, Australia, because that's where they're from. Oh, Josh, you muted your mic. All right. Hope I can still hear it. Unless, I hope nobody went down. Hope you guys can still hear me.
Oh, yeah, brother. I can still hear you.
Okay, making sure. All right. I was getting a little worried there.
Oh, yeah, man. Don't worry.
I think Josh might be going to get I don't know if he's getting a charger for his headset maybe or something. Or if he's moving his setup maybe because maybe he's going to go watch SmackDown in his living room.
Man, I haven't watched SmackDown in a long time. Unless you count highlights and stuff.
I don't blame you.
Truth be told, now that I've gotten older, I don't know. I'm just not into wrestling as much, other than AEW occasionally. I don't know. Occasionally I've had to turn it off a few times, but that's usually because I get pretty busy on Wednesdays. So yeah, but I watched it. I watched the first half. I watched the Inner Circle and MJF's group, and honestly,
the Pinnacle,
I'm pretty excited for Blood and Guts.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm glad we're finally getting it because how we were supposed to have it last year with the Elite and the Inner Circle, and then obviously all this COVID crap happened, so they had to put it off. And then, man, I mean, and speaking of that, the Elite, I mean, seeing them as the heels that they are with Omega, the Bucks, the Good Brothers, Don Callis, I mean, that has been interesting. I do like that there's another top heel faction, and there are a little feud with John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. I mean, it's been some great stuff.
I'm going to tell you what I love. I love the fact that we have an alternative to WWE. It's not just WWE. And what I also love is is the partnership, with Impact. I think it's really cool. Kenny's now the, Impact champion.
Oh yeah, become the belt collector.
I'll tell you, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. I know that.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I just heard actually there's a rumor that WWE might start working with our company, MLW Major League Wrestling. They want to do something with NXT and MLW, so that'll be interesting.
I love NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think NXT is a really good product as well. To me, NXT is the main roster, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, of course. It's third brand.
I mean, Raw and SmackDown, for some people, how they are. It's Raw and SmackDown, of course. I mean, it's been around for long. But to me, if you really want to look at it product-wise, NXT is where it's at. They're building all these young stars.
Can you boys hear me now?
And heck, even guys like Finn Balor, who's in the main roster, he went back to NXT, and look at his career now.
All right, Josh just dropped out I think he's still trying to get his audio. I heard him a little bit, but Yeah, so we'll wait for Josh to come back. But yeah, NXT definitely much better than Raw SmackDown. I mean, SmackDown's still at least decent. Raw's
Roman Reigns.
just. I thought 2002 version of Raw was bad. No, the 2002 version of Raw is still better than what we're seeing today.
Oh yeah. The thing was, 2002 was pretty good too. I mean,
Yeah.
you had Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yep. But yeah, 2002, 2003, they were all great eras. I mean, compared to now, you know,
Oh
you gotta
yeah.
think of it, that was a different era. You know, you could get away with something that you can't get away with now. Like
Definitely.
Katie Vick.
Yeah, sorry about that, boys.
All right, Josh is back. Got the audio fixed?
Yeah, I was trying to move in all night. I don't know you can hear me right now.
Okay.
Oh, so you can hear me now, or?
I can hear you a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit too.
Yeah, because I was trying to move it. I was trying to move my my thing. Move my whole entire computer over into the lounge room where the TV is up for SmackDown and all that.
Yeah. Let me turn my volume up so I can make sure I can hear you guys with no problem. Okay.
Yep.
Sometimes I think
Yeah.
StreamYard kind of does the work. Sometimes you can hear somebody louder than you can hear other people, so I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Oh,
it must
yeah,
be my
StreamYard.
microphone or something like that. Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking about just I'm gonna post my Discord link because I'm maybe see if we can start using Discord a little bit more. So I do have one. I just been kind of lazy about posting it.
Well, I used to be on.
So I
Discord,
gotta
but,
ask you guys something. What do y'all think of Peacock?
Well, I don't use Peacock only because I'm not in America or anything like that. So I'm actually not affected.
Yeah, Peacock's not available worldwide. It's just U.S. only. So
Oh yeah,
you guys,
that's right. That's
yeah.
right.
It's not Australia. They don't have to worry. They stick with WWE Network.
Yeah. We
Oh,
must be the
yeah.
lucky ones.
Oh hey man, hey I like Peacock too. I mean it's got all my favorite shows on it, and even if the WWE Network hadn't moved, I would have probably gotten it anyways. But hey, for $9.99, hey, I'll take it. And when they
Yeah.
mean no commercial,
Why
they
not?
mean no commercial. It's not like Hulu.
Yeah. See it.
And what I love about it is like to continue watching on it, like compared to the network. Like let's say if you're on a match like where I don't know, Stone Cold versus Rock, and you end up having to go somewhere. When you come back and when you click on it, it takes you literally where you left off.
Paste the link.
So I'm just watching SmackDown now, and now Bailey's actually laughing at Bianca and Street Profit, and he got a right arm up for it, right hand smack for it.
All right, guys. Just wanted to post a link real quick to my Discord. Try to start using it. We'll see if I think there's a way you could use Discord with YouTube. Maybe I don't know for live streams, but I put that on there real quick so we can also kind of keep in touch with each other when we on different sites. Because right now Josh doesn't have Twitter or Instagram, and then I know John, you don't have Twitter anymore, right? But you're on Instagram, so I just thought I put Discord there. Just
Yeah. So when I do
Actually, I got Twitter. I just don't use it as much. Maybe
oh,
occasionally.
okay.
Yep.
Hey boys, I'll just be back in a second. I'm just gonna bring my power cord from the laptop. Okay.
Okay.
Truth be told, I really haven't been on social media as much, other than like when I upload a video to YouTube. I had to cut the whole negativity out, man.
Yeah,
There's
I
just
feel
so
you.
much drama.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I try to stay out of discussions because I live in Kansas, one of the most conservative red states in the nation. Everybody's still all pro-Trump. Oh, Trump did not lose the election, all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I keep my mouth shut because, the minute I try to say something that's, what they don't want to hear, and I get proved, like, oh, no, that's a lie. But it's like,
dude, you don't got to tell me. I live in Mississippi.
oh, yeah.
Mississippi is just as bad.
Oh, yeah. It's like Midwestern and Southern states where they're the most conservative. Like, yeah.
Even at the wrestling shows, it's bad. right now, we have a flea market here. It's one of the largest around here in Mississippi. It's called First Monday, and it's one of the oldest flea markets in the United States.
Okay.
Well, besides First Monday, there's going to be a wrestling show tomorrow, and Just Incredible is going to be here.
Oh, cool.
Hornswoggle,
Oh, wow.
a guy named Turtle Man, and the guy that plays Iron Sheik on Young Rock, Brett Bizarre. He's going to be here too. But
Oh,
I don't
cool.
think I'm going to go to the show, man, because you know how people around here are. It's like they completely ruined indie wrestling for me, and plus. I know for a fact most of them are not even going to wear a mask, and they start touching on folks. So I'm just going to stay home.
I don't blame you. They've been lifting a lot of mask mandates. Every time I go to Walmart or anywhere else, I just see people just don't want to wear masks. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. People don't want to get vaccinated. I haven't yet, but I'm just trying to do my best to be safe as much as I can.
Now, because I'm not being an anti-vaxxer or anything like that. It's just when I actually heard one of the vaccine doses actually caused blood clots and all that, it got me really sus about it. Only because I do have like some sort of medical condition that I could be at risk of again sort of thing if I took the jab. So I'm pulling mine off until I know for a fact they make like an alternative dosage COVID-19 vaccine. The one I know for a fact it's actually safe for me to use.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is the one I've heard has been causing blood clots, but then they try to say there's no link to it, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the Pfizer and the Moderna are maybe the only two that might be safe, but right now, I don't know. People just need to do what they should be doing, and we can get through this faster.
Yeah, I
want
agree.
the thing to go too and all that. But like I said, I'm going to wait until I know for a fact it's safe. For anyone, so there's no allergic reactions afterwards. Yeah. But saying that, I am going to be taking the vaccine, but I'm going to wait until a bit more research is put into it, and I know for a fact it's actually safe. And once I know for a fact it's safe, then I'll have my arms rolled up ready for it.
But yeah, John, one thing that really sucks, man. I was really looking forward to meeting my friend Just Incredible. We became friends, through Instagram. Like he followed me, and I was like, man, this was this was one of the, this is the first time he's actually coming to my town, so it's like, sucks I won't be there. But I actually messaged him up and I told him, I said, I live in Ripley, Mississippi. I told him, we own a motel here. You should come down.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Real quick, just want to update everybody that is watching that early on SmackDown we got Bianca Belair, the Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, and Bayley. So I know for people who want to tune in for a SmackDown watch along, I thought I'd let everybody know what's going on real quick. They just made an announcement they're gonna do like a retro SmackDown next week. Like, why couldn't they do it this week? Like, I'm off for my birthday. And it's just a normal episode of SmackDown. They want to do a retro episode next week when I'll be back at work. Like, man, I would rather see the retro episode tonight.
WWE, if you really care about the fans, bring back the Fist.
Yes.
Does that mean they're going to bring maybe some legends to it?
Yeah.
I miss the old SmackDown. I miss seeing John Cena wearing different jerseys. I miss Eddie Guerrero. I miss Booker T. I miss Undertaker. I miss JBL. I miss Rey Mysterio. I miss all the old guys, man.
Rey Mysterio in his prime, not the Rey Mysterio we have now, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you the closest thing to Rey Mysterio, and that's Rey Fenix, man. Rey Fenix, I wasn't around, I wasn't around during the WCW era, but man, dude, from what I've seen, the closest thing to Rey Mysterio is Rey Fenix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, well, that's it.
Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, it's cool, man. But I'm gonna tell you, since we're talking about AEW, it's crazy the amount of views I'm still getting on the AEW videos that I took, before the pandemic, especially Macho Man's brother Lanny. Oh man, the amount of hate comments I got for that.
Yeah.
I had to delete them all. I was like, what? I don't want this crap on here.
I know the pro WWE people that don't want any other wrestling but WWE.
Yeah, I had to delete the comments, and
I know.
it's
I-
like, yeah, man.
Yeah, the best
Listen,
thing you can do
everyone's
is
got their
actually
opinions,
ignore that,
but
Mhm.
keep some of that stuff. Keep it to yourselves, man.
Yeah, it's the internet. People can't do that, unfortunately.
Well,
No,
you know what? I
especially in
got a
today's
mute
world,
button and I got a
unfortunately.
block button.
Exactly. I'm
So I
with you,
got
man. I
control.
used to have to do it back in the day. I'm with you,
I
man.
know.
Yeah,
All right,
I've
so
had
exactly.
it.
real quick, guys, I want to bring this on the screen. Nicole just asked in the comments, what do you guys think of the Alexa Bliss thing? So, of course, the new Alexa Bliss kind of have her own little doll called Lily and how she turned on the Fiend.
Ooh,
I think it's just kind of weird, and it's like they're not giving us
Not
a
to
proper
mention,
answer
she
for
could
why
twist
she
it.
turned her back on Bray Wyatt and caused him to lose for, Randy Orton. Like, and then just have Randy Orton go off and start teaming and feuding with Matt Riddle. Just like, we're just gonna blow that off, really?
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I
my
think?
thoughts on it? Yeah, it was just a bit of a surprise to see Alexa Bliss make Bray Wyatt or the Fiend actually lose the match against Randy Orton, because I was actually hoping he'll get redemption after what Randy Orton did to him. That's what I was actually really hoping to see, but apparently it actually cost Alexa Bliss cost Bray Wyatt the match against Randy Orton. And I was actually expecting something, pretty good with the Firefly Funhouse and all that with Alexa Bliss, but since it may not happen now, so Alexa Bliss might be turning into her own sort of character that is sick and twisted.
Yeah, it's kind of been weird that the last 2 weeks we haven't really seen Bray on Raw. It's like, why have this? Oh, we're going to separate them. And Bray's going to talk about, we got to go back to the funhouse about her. And then that's it. Like, no other explanation. Like, now we just have Alexa Bliss talking more about that doll and how she's going to, unleash it on the women's division. And she'll still mention the Fiends here and there, but it's like, just makes no sense in some ways.
Yeah. Oh, the gimmick is actually coming to an end or something like that. That could be my guess. Or it could be anyone's guess. It could be the end of the Alexa Bliss Fiend and twisted gimmick or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching. None of it made any sense. The storylines. What my breaking point with WWE was last year with the whole, Rusev, the whole thing. It made me stop watching. I'm so happy Miro Rusev is now in AEW,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm loving what they're doing with them now. Having them chase
Yeah.
championships. That's what it's all about. And and I'm happy for Bobby as well. Bobby's now, I'm so happy.
The almighty WWE.
The almighty.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a Bobby Lashley fan, since day one when I first saw him back in 2006, and I loved him, especially WrestleMania 23 against Umaga, Battle of the Billionaires.
Yes, Battle of the Billionaires. Between Vince McMahon and, dare I say, the Donald.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is the only man in history that can say that he stunned the president.
Yep.
Think about it. I actually posted it on 316 day. I posted a picture of him stunning, Donald Trump. Man, I can't tell you how many people I probably pissed off.
I'll tell you what. I wouldn't. How cool would it be if Stone Cold was going to run for president and use that video as part of his campaign? Can you just imagine that, boys?
Dude, guys, speaking of Austin, imagine this: The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fight for who becomes the president of the United States?
Now that would be epic,
dude. Honestly, man, that would be awesome, man. Rock versus Austin. It would be hard for me to choose, considering I like both guys.
No way. Because they're like the biggest names in WWE history. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson and Stone Cold. I mean, that would be really hard to choose. Really.
Of course, man.
All right, be right back, guys. I'm gonna put pizza in the fridge real quick.
All right, man.
You're right, man.
But yeah, man, I miss watching The Rock and Austin, man. Those were the days.
Yeah,
I
because
started watching wrestling. Like I never got to see Austin wrestle, but like I saw him more as like on Raw when he was running people over with his ATV.
oh yeah, and of course the beer bars and all that.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
hang on a sec. Cricket. Hang on a sec, dude. I've got to get the cat off the curtain. Hang on.
All right, man.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back and
Yeah.
I'm better than ever. Eric Bischoff, man. He's the man, dude. Honestly, I love Eric Bischoff, man. As a kid, oh man, he would
Sorry
get
about
under
that. I
my,
had to get the
especially
cat
with
off
what he
the
would do
curtain.
with JR.
All right, so currently Dan Bryan's on right now. He's being interviewed, so turn us up a little bit.
Yeah, well that's it. And not to mention, do you guys notice his shirt? Like it's kind of like a symbol of his old self when he was a heel last. With the fingers going up, but it's the shape of a tree, like an environmental sort of thing. That's kind of reminds me of the so-called new Daniel Bryan that we had last 2 years ago.
I'm gonna tell you, to me, Daniel Bryan was at his best when he turned heel, like 2011, 2012, when he won the world championship, man. Oh man, that feud with Mark Henry, Big Show, and then Sheamus and AJ Lee, man, dude.
Yeah, actually, while we're talking about
Oh, Nicole, come on. You don't like Dan Bryan? Of course, just LOL, but hey, that's all right. Everybody can like who they like.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
like
man.
Daniel Bryan.
Everybody's got an opinion. But yeah,
You didn't say that. Tell me Nicole did not just say that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Booker T, man.
Only kidding, Nicole. I just had to show my Booker T side of it.
I gotta ask you guys. So, what do y'all think about A&E and with the whole documentaries they're doing with, like, they did one on Austin and Piper and
Well, I don't know what A&E is, so.
All right, so A&E's a network here in the U.S., so
Oh right.
I don't know if you guys have an equivalent to that in Australia, maybe.
No, but
It stands for Arts and Entertainment. They do mostly a lot of reality shows, and they have that series called Biography. So I don't know maybe if there's like an Australian version of it or not.
Yeah, I know, but I think I could be able to watch it on the network. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't really watched it personally. I've heard about all the biographies they've done as of late, but I don't have cable at the moment. So unless I find a way to stream those, I honestly won't be able to catch them.
Yeah. To be honest, I've been busy myself, so it's been hard for me to watch. The only thing I've watched is like A&E. They uploaded, like, the documentary they did on Mick Foley back in '99. They uploaded a full video of it on YouTube, and I watched it, man, and it was really good.
Yep, I'll tell you. I'm just looking on the chats right now. Nicole, I agree with Nicole's comment here. We like Roman Reigns only as a heel.
Oh yeah, he's better as a heel, especially now, because you know how he was being pushed down people's throats for so long, and then turns face at and then disappears for a while after having had that bout with the leukemia. So he comes back, people like him, and then the pandemic happens. People get mad about him, wanting to stay home. So it was like perfect to bring him back as a heel, and it's like, you know what? He's the face of the company. It's weird you say heel's the face of the company, but that's who I think of anymore because there's nobody on Raw. I mean, enough as a Drew McIntyre, he's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
But this is the heel Roman Reigns that we've all been waiting for.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'll tell you another thing I love about Roman Reigns: the T-shirts, man. Especially that new one he's got.
Yep, like the one Josh has got on.
Oh yeah, I got the same shirt. I should have wore it, but yeah, man.
Now Josh just had the idea earlier. Okay, so I have my Seth Rollins shirt on. He's got Roman Reigns. We should have had somebody wearing an Ambrose shirt so we'd have the Shield here.
I got Cody on underneath the. What I basically did, the Celtic shirt, that's basically, John Cena. He used to wear jersey. So I was like, you know what? I got the Cody shirt along with the John Cena jersey. So I'm good.
Oh, there you go.
Word life.
I'm actually surprised no one's actually wearing a the Dr. Thugonomics look. Now that would be awesome.
I know one thing. I can do a good Halloween costume of Cena. All I have to do is get me a wristband, just get me like a Celtics hat, and I'm John Cena.
What,
Oh, yeah.
You know, Jane, funny you actually say that about cosplaying as wrestlers. I've actually watched an episode of Up Down Down on Austin Creed's YouTube channel, and I think it's called Up Down Down Mania. And man, I can't believe how really good AJ Styles can impersonate Stone Cold Steve Austin's voice.
Dude,
Because the moment I heard it, I thought, hang on, how did Austin Creed get Stone Cold on here? And it turns out it was just bloody AJ Styles impersonating him on one of the live streams. I think it was he was playing I think on the emulation, I think an N64 emulation of WWF No Mercy, which I've got.
Oh man, I love that game.
yo,
Hang
man,
on.
that game is. Now, if you want to talk about wrestling games, here comes the pain, man.
Another good one.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm excited for. Since
Funny
you
you
mentioned
say
No
that, boys,
Mercy, the new
because I still
AEW game.
got-
Oh yeah, yep. Because
Dude.
AKI is gonna be the one, or Aki, however I pronounce it, the ones that are gonna help them develop the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This game is gonna be
It's a
awesome.
good thing I've still got
AEW game.
that physical copy of it.
Honestly, I'm not gonna buy the new 2K game. You know, I used to be a huge supporter of them, but after what they did with 2K20, I'm done with them. And you know what's
Yeah.
sad? That was Luke Harper's last game, and this is what they did.
Yeah, I just don't buy the games anymore because one, I don't have a new console. I still have a 360, and really the last good game they made for me at least, was 2K14. After that, I don't know. I played 2K15.
Yes.
I didn't like it that much.
I'll just have looking on SmackDown now. We've got Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and of course Reginald.
Yeah.
Luckily, I still got my old PS2, so sometimes when I do get tired of 2K, I just hop on Here Comes the Pain. And I just
Oh yeah.
it's 2000.
That or maybe the SmackDown versus Raw. Those are good games too.
Dude, that's when I first started. The first game I ever bought was SVR07.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but
And then bring this on the screen real quick. Nicole's bringing up. That was crazy. WrestleMania had an actual audience. Sell it back to those square-looking things of people. Yeah, because WWE's not ready to do full crowds yet, but they want to by SummerSlam, and by then they hope to go back on the road full time.
yeah, I've been hearing that they're looking to bring the universe back. I think around about SummerSlam time or something like that. That's just that's I don't know. Not to copy Paul Heyman's thing. It's not a prediction. That is a spoiler. No, but I won't say that because we don't know if that's a spoiler or not. But I think they wanted to see how WrestleMania turned out, and it actually turned out really well for the two.
Oh yeah,
with the audience back there and all that. And I don't know if you guys actually noticed this, but you know, with the Thunderdome and all that, you know, the audio of the audience cheering and booing were actually all was actually computerized by.
Yeah, it's all piped in. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't live audience like us. You know.
Yeah.
But when they had the audience back and all that, you get a proper reaction.
Oh yeah.
Of their, yeah, because on the Thunderdome, like for example with Roman Reigns being a heel, yeah, you see all the fake boos and all that on the Thunderdome. But when you saw it at WrestleMania, well, yeah, there was some boos, but more cheering and all that because of him being a heel and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit of a mixed reaction there. I think that's the same with other wrestlers in the roster as well.
All right, so right now we got the match going on. Of course, Nicole bringing up Natalia's on, and she's awesome, and Nia Jax.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you got a tag team
Natalia.
match: Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Tamina and Natalya. Which, yeah, that match was a disappointment. I really thought Natalya and Tamina were gonna win, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. You know, they're doing this match right now. But mind you, it was actually good to me, and it actually won the match last week against Nia Jax. So it's probably well deserving to say the least. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it actually feels weird having Michael Cole with Pat McAfee rather than Corey Graves on there.
Yeah, Corey now will be on Raw again with that new guy, I can't, Adnan Burke or something, and then Byron Saxton. Which I don't know. I was like, man, before Tom Phillips got, taken out of his side, I thought Tom Phillips was pretty good on Raw. He wasn't great or anything, but he was decent.
That's it. That's it for sure. But it would have good to have Gronsky in commentary like he did on WrestleMania last year. Now that was really epic. Yeah, even though there was no live audience back then, but I'll tell you what, Dave Gronsky did a real good job hosting last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, but then he went back to the NFL and won a Super Bowl title with the Buccaneers and Brady. So yeah,
wasn't that something, man? I love Gronk.
Yeah.
As a former Floridian, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty happy.
Well, it looks like this Sunday they're doing a biography with the Macho Man.
Oh yeah, the Macho Man. My favorite all time. Of course, I got a nerd Funko Pop of him just recently. This is the non-Walmart. Yeah, Macho Man, Randy Savage. You guys remember I got the other one that has the green attire and has like checkered glasses. This is the regular version I think you can find anywhere, but they had the Walmart, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, try to get a better shot up here so that I can see it. So yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of Macho Man, I was lucky enough to, be there live when they paid tribute to like the Memphis Wrestling and they brought in Lanny. That's what I was telling you about, like on the trip, they did the tribute thing to Memphis Wrestling and they honored Lanny Poffo. The amount of hate Lanny Poffo got in the comments section, good grief, man.
Yeah, dude, there's some fans that just, I don't know. They either take wrestling too seriously or I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's another reason why I don't really mess with the whole wrestling community.
I told him not to stress too much.
Yeah, especially when you have people like Wrestling Jesus who can't decide if he wants to be a wrestling fan or not, bashes everything WWE to AEW, then people go and they do that same stuff, and they agree with him or they disagree with him. It's like, man, the IWC, YWC, they're just some really weird individuals, especially how they treat women's wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you a guy I used to be friends with, man, and you want to talk about bringing drama in? Dustin Nunn.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dude, I had to cut it off with him. He got me involved in some crazy shit, that's all I'm going to say. I had to cut him loose. Because of him, I was getting messages, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with you. I gave you 3 chances. You're out. I blocked him.
Yeah, I remember watching some of his videos, and I'd see him rant and have some rants. I'm like, wow, not very popular. I mean, everybody's out there paying, but some of these I'm like, wow, like he's really throwing some gasoline on some fires.
Dude, look at all the controversial stuff he talked about. Chris Benoit, LGBTQ. I'm like, dude, let them live their life. I used to tell them all the time, man. Like, seriously. And this is coming from a guy who lives in Mississippi. And I told him, I'm like, dude, let them live their life.
Exactly.
I mean, it's none of our business. And it was the same old shit. And I got tired of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet he's the same kind of person that probably went and bashed Tyler Rex for, deciding he wants to be a transgender female, which, hey, that's fine if he wants to do that. I mean, I'm talking Tyler Rex, apparently, not Dustin, if he's doing that, or the people that do bash. So, I may not have to be the biggest supporter of somebody want to change their gender, but if they feel comfortable as a different gender, that's fine. And he said himself, Alan Tuffy, Gabriel Tuff, or whatever his name is, now he calls himself Gabby, that his wife supports him, so that's all that matters. That if she's fine with him, transition to a female, then, a lot, I say, let him live his life or her life. But there's people who say, oh, well, they should, ban him from WWE content. Like, okay, so Tyler Rex didn't wrestle very often for WWE. He wrestled like a couple of years before he was let go.
Oh, yeah.
And some people try to bring up, well, maybe you should start talking about Chris Benoit again. Like, no. As great as Benoit was, as long as the issue of the murder-suicide is still around, no, like, someone's trying to compare that to the Benoit. No, it's way two different things. You can't compare somebody want to be a transgender female to somebody, regardless of how you want to look at it. Yes, CTE, some people might think it's conspiracy. You can't compare somebody, killing their own wife and child before taking their own life to somebody transition to another gender. I mean, it's two different things, but it's whatever. There's just some people in the wrestling community that they just take it the wrong way.
Like Dustin, I remember this is how far he took it. I remember him messaging David Benoit on Twitter a long time ago, and I actually got onto him. I was like, dude, this guy's going through so much, man. Leave him alone.
Oh yeah.
And me and David, we've talked in the past. Really nice guy. Same with Nancy's sister. We're slowly, we're becoming friends. And she's a really nice lady. She's been through a lot.
I'm sure she is.
The thing is, I know what she's going through. I know what she's going through. It's rough. Especially getting blamed. When a loved one passed away, we were blamed. When my aunt passed away, it was sad. Just talking about it, I try not to, but all I gotta say is I know what Nancy's sister is going through. That's why it's like we have a connection.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a good person. I love what Dark Side of the Ring's doing. Helping these families like the Owen Hart. I love the Owen Hart Foundation. I've talked to Martha as well. Really sweet lady.
Oh yeah.
And
and there's people who are still mad at Martha because she won't let WWE use Owen's likeness for like toys or trade cards or video games, but I honestly can't blame her. The way Owen's death happens and how WWE decided, okay, yeah, we're going to still acknowledge that he passed away, but we're going to still keep the show going. As a matter of fact, Owen Hart fell to his death in the ring, and you could still see blood in the ring, and they still kept the pay-per-view going. I mean, you got to sometimes put people's well-being over making money for a pay-per-view. So I don't blame her for not wanting WWE to have anything to do with Owen's likeness, not inducted in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it does suck. We don't get that stuff, but I respect her wishes, and I wish people would leave her alone about that. And she may never want, him in the Hall of Fame because of that, and I can respect that.
Yeah, exactly right.
And that's what, and I look at it like this. I remember Oj was talking about it. If you ask me, Owen's real Hall of Fame is the Owen Hart Foundation. Think of how many people that foundation is helping. It's putting homes, it's putting roofs over people's head. Education, and that to me is the real Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's also the real Warrior Award because Owen Hart seems to be a much better person compared to Ultimate Warrior. How after Warrior died, all this stuff started getting dug up about Warrior being a bigot, he's a racist, how he made fun of people's disabilities, made fun of people that were gay. All the stuff he said is like, wow, and they still have an award for this guy.
And I remember the videos he made about Hogan. At the same time, now looking back, he shouldn't say anything on Hogan.
Exactly.
And, Jim Ross, I remember there was a couple times he mentioned Warrior on the podcast, and he talked about how rough Warrior was, especially when it came, time for payoffs and all that.
Oh, yeah.
He held Vince up for
money.
You don't
I was about
do
to
that.
say that. Yes, he did.
And the thing is, listen, I still love the Ultimate. As a wrestling fan,
yes, the wrestler, Warrior. Yes, the person, James Hellwig. I don't care if James A. the Warrior. James Hellwig was not a good guy.
And honestly, his wife is a saint for putting up with him. You can see, she's a sweet lady.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I gotta say one thing, man. The man is so intense. He needed to take a chill pill.
Oh yeah, those promos. Get on the rocket ship that goes on for the universe. Feel the power of the work. Like, oh my god!
Yeah,
he got done snorting like a line of coke before those promos. He had to have been. Probably also be some roids. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Feel the power of the ultimate. It must probably be part of his personality. Well, looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being the Ultimate Warrior and all that. Yeah, I think he wanted to improve his character a bit, even if he makes those snorting sounds and all that to make it look like he's a warrior.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, yeah, he was definitely a great character. It's just too bad the guy that portrayed him was not so much, and even Hogan to an extent. How people booed at Hogan at Mania. it didn't matter they put him next to Titus O'Neil. Oh, hey, look, I'm next to an African American guy because I made the mistake of saying the N word, and I'm trying to repair relations. Like, that's fine, but Hulk Hogan, he's been known for having like the worst ego, how he held people back in WCW, and how he just wasn't really an all-around good guy in wrestling. I got too much control, and he should never had that. And then what he did in TNA, like, oh
Lord. You know the reason they brought back, we were talking about Warrior. You know the reason why they brought Warrior and Eric Bischoff and Hogan did was so, Hogan could beat Warrior. Get him back for that WrestleMania.
Yeah, for probably one of the worst matches they ever had like in any company. Like the build-up was decent, but then the match itself just two guys are way past their prime.
God. Yeah, that was just, and I'll tell you what was a real shame, especially DDP versus, I think what was it, DDP versus Goldberg?
Yes, because the pay-per-view ran too long because of the Hogan and Warrior match. So once DDP and Goldberg went on, they had to cut the pay-per-view feed off. So they had to air the match the next night on Nitro free. So it's like, all those people who were the pay-per-view were probably pissed off. They wasted like $35, however much pay-per-view was back in 1998, just to see it the next night on Nitro. Because I'm sure more people wanted to see DDP versus Goldberg than they wanted to see Hogan versus Warrior.
You got the Master of the Diamond Cutter versus the Streak.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of DDP, man, I started doing DDP yoga. I can't tell you how much that's helped me out. It's been helping me lose some of this, the weight. I actually joined. There's a DDP yoga Facebook page. Man, I've met so many wonderful people from that group. What I love is it's positive. They don't allow negativity into that group. The admins and all that, they make sure they just keep it DDP yoga, which I love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be. There's too much negativity online.
No, exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
Because the negativity online is just absolutely horrendous. It doesn't matter where you join, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter of all places, and
God, Twitter!
God,
Twitter is the most toxic. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't run into any bad people on Twitter, but I've heard people say the nastiest things on Twitter. Facebook is also there too. Like anytime I go on to like a post somewhere, like say on a news site, they're talking about COVID, and they'll be trying to have these people that just say, "Oh, you guys just want to report on all the bad stuff," like blah blah blah. Well, yes and no. They want to keep people informed, but once again, living here in the U.S., where the majority of the people want to be, red states, narrow-minded and all that. So, like, I'm not saying that the liberals are the best either. They have their problems, but I do swing left a little more than I ever swing right. See, if I don't agree with everything on the left, the right is hard to agree with. But that's just how it is in the U.S. But
that's why I cut the
I actually
bullshit,
do my best to stay out of politics and all that, only because they're all because there's nothing really good coming with those guys. That's
I stay out of that stuff. I mean, when I see somebody posting about, because a lot of my friends are Trumpers, and I'm like, that's fine, you do you. I'm not gonna say anything because if I try to say something about gun control, they're gonna take our guns. Like, I just want to tell them, do you really think they're gonna take your guns? They would have done it a long time ago, and it's like they don't want guns to end up in the wrong hands. But really, what else can we do about it? It's gonna happen, sadly. With people going and shooting each other, there's not much we can do about that. Because people want more gun control, but it's like the criminals will still find their way to get guns. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know what I just remembered? Since you mentioned like shooting each other, I remember a promo like Bret Hart actually, cut back in '97. The whole, the Hart Foundation, and he mentioned all that too, and it's crazy. Like that he said all that stuff back in '97, and it's still true. Talking about like not taking care of the elderly, shooting each other in every street corner. It's like, Bret. If you ask me, Bret was ahead of his time when he cut that promo, because everything he said, it's still true.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, up in Canada, they do know how to treat the people right with universal health care. You don't ever
Oh, yeah.
hear about gun violence there, and it's just like, man. And then people want to say, "Oh, well, Canada." It's like, sometimes I'm just embarrassed to live in this country. Sometimes,
No,
Dude,
that's it.
you're not the only one.
Australia
I
used to
can't
be
tell
in
you.
the same boat when it comes to gun laws and all that. You know, with the Port Arthur massacre and all that. And back then, our government back then did something about it. Yeah, with the gun laws and all that. And ever since then, we had no gun massacres in Australia at all ever since.
yeah. A while back, we had somebody running for Senate that was a Democrat. Her name was like Barbara Bollier, and she brought up what was going on with Australia and how they have better gun control laws. But
Yeah.
of course, the Republicans like to take out of context that she was trying to say, "Oh, we should do what Australia did, take guns away, make this place safer." And then be like, "No, don't take our guns away." They just try to twist the truth because they love their guns so much. Which, I mean,
No.
I have nothing against people want to have guns for protection, but people just freak out thinking that they're going to get their guns taken away. Just like with the mask, how they think they're trying to put masks on us to censor us so we can't say anything.
Yeah, but saying that as well, I can understand why Americans have a right to bear arms and all that too, and there's no way I would never question their their constitution and all that, because there's some people that do use it for private protection, which I can understand.
Or they go hunting, or just because they like to go out to a field in the middle of nowhere and shoot. Like I have a cousin, he has a gun, but he'll use it for protection, and then just sometimes I just go out in the middle of nowhere, maybe just shoot off a few rounds, makes him feel good, and I'm like cool with that. He's not got the intent to go out and kill anybody. So
exactly
people
right.
have guns, they collect them, and they just use them for the right things. Cool.
Yeah,
I just wish more people understood that. And
yeah, because,
everybody's got a hobby.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly right. Just like me as well, with the hobby with filming railway related stuff, and earlier this month was actually a real good one, apparently, because I was actually chasing the Heritage Steam Train early this month, which is the one I've been waiting for to be brought back to service for the last 14 years. That was well worth it. Oh.
Yeah, but just like me and my wrestling figures, it's got the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Oh man, speaking of Dusty, got my Cody shirt on,
Rhodes.
man.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Oh yeah.
For me,
good old Dusty. Yeah, he's the reason why the company's been really great.
Yep. And then
you got legends
somebody else
like Pat Patterson as well. May God rest in peace.
Yeah.
I gotta say this, man. TV doesn't do Cody and Goldust justice, man. After seeing those guys live, dude, I was blown away, man. Especially Cody's entrance. Like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, man. Just hearing Downstraight, Kingdom, man, live was the best.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so cool seeing, Cody and Dustin against the Lucha Brothers, man. I was lucky enough to see Rey Fenix live, man. Again, wow. TV doesn't do him justice either.
Oh yeah, seeing him live. I mean, I miss being able to go to shows, even just WWE shows. Like I've probably been to SmackDown more than I've been to Raw, but we've only had Raw here a couple of times. And actually, the last Raw was right before the pandemic, and I missed it. I was like, dang it, I wish I would have went. But
yeah.
But I actually remembered back in 2011, John, when he actually took photos and put up on DeviantArt when Raw was actually in your town and all that.
Yep.
Back in 2011, back when they had the anonymous Raw general manager gimmick.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah. May I have your attention, please? I've got a message for the anonymous Raw general manager, and I quote, God. Yeah.
I can't believe.
But my favorite part, though, was the one segment when Michael Cole was about to read the letter, and then Vince McMahon went out and said, "Michael Cole, shut up!"
Oh God.
That or WrestleMania 27 in the main event after it ended as a double count out. Here comes Michael Cole getting ready to quote the computer, and then all of a sudden the Rock's like, "Oh no!" Just cut him off
Oh yeah, and I quote.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter what you think.
Oh God! The funniest thing about the Raw anonymous GM was when when Hornswoggle revealed himself, and Jerry Lawler was like, "I ought to put you over my knee."
and spank you up, and spank you. Yep.
You know, I still can't believe Hornswoggle's actually coming to my town, man. I just,
Oh, what?
yep, he's coming tomorrow. They're doing an indie show, and Justin Credible's going to be there, and the guy that plays Iron Sheik on Young Rock. But
Yep.
I'm not going to go to it because there's.
Well, yeah,
Bigfoot.
you already explained why, because just
Yeah.
how some of the fans are just some crazy
They're
people
horrible,
that just
man.
take it too seriously. I'm with you,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, don't even get me started about the fights they have at the wrestling shows around here. That's why me and my mom stopped going. It's like every time we go to the show, literally, there's always a fight that breaks out literally where I'm sitting at. It was crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right.
All right, so up there, everybody, Big E right now, I guess, is out. He's supposed to have his match with Apollo Crews, but now they're cutting to a segment. I guess they're talking about the main event with Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns. There's Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just listening to what he's saying. Oh, Kofi Kingston. There you go.
Yep. Man, New Day, how I miss them all being together. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes you gotta break away. Big E's somebody that it still has potential to be a world champion someday. But man, him and Kofi and Xavier were so entertaining. I mean, I'm together as a dude. I'm glad they still get together on occasion on pay-per-views.
Yeah, but it was actually really great that he actually got together with the New Day in WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we
and
go.
they had that Brody Lee tribute attire.
Dude, I was gonna mention that. One thing, and speaking of Brody Lee, what I love, and this is why I will forever be an AEW fan, is the way they're taking care of Brody's family.
Oh yeah, giving his son that old TNT belt, and saying that when he turns 18, he's got a contract with the company. And right now, they even still use him, having a part as like the Dark Order, acting like an unofficial leader at the moment, just because his father was the leader of the group.
And what I actually loved about AEW's remembrance of Brody Lee, they actually made a whole entire show dedicated to him.
Oh yeah.
So where is WWE's part of it? Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. They actually put it up a sign to say in memory of Luke Harper, but that.
Yeah, they did some tributes eventually, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New Day.
It was nice they even recognized him, but of course, WWE is once you leave their company, they might talk about you and they might not.
Yeah, exactly.
What really pissed me off about the whole thing was the fact that there was fans out there trying to make this into a Wednesday night war and all that. I'm like, guys,
oh god, that was stupid.
Guys, a man just died. 2 kids lost their father.
Yep.
And you guys are sitting here talking. I almost exploded. I'm like, what is wrong with people, man? It's like.
Yeah.
A man just died, and you guys are sitting here talking about.
I know some people are just petty, and it's just don't ever understand it.
War.
I know, which wasn't a war to begin with.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because because NXT was on Wednesday nights already in the past on WWE Network, then they said, "Oh, hey, we're gonna move it to USA Network." And people thought, "Well, hey, they're gonna go head to head." Like, nah. And now, of course, NXT's on Tuesdays. So, they lost the war. Like, no, it just makes sense because NBC Network is closing. NBC Sports Network, let me re-clarify, is shut down at the end of this year. So they want to move some of their sports content over to USA. And they want to use Wednesdays for like hockey and some other sports. So they decided it's better just move NXT to Tuesdays. So that's the reason they did it. But people were like, no, trying to show that AEW won the war when really it wasn't much of a war to begin with. Neither one has broke like 1 million viewers during that time frame.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like whatever.
It's just whatever the viewers like to see. And by the sounds of it, they actually preferred AEW to NXT on a Wednesdays.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a Wednesday Night War like back 6 years ago when they had like NXT on Wednesday night, they had Lucha Underground, had Impact, and then for a brief time. On Destination America, they brought Ring of Honor over there, which would air right before Impact on the same network. So you had like 4 wrestling companies on 3 different networks on the same night. It wasn't considered a war then, but still, I was like, man, it was a hell of a night. I mean, But
Yeah.
people watch the old
Sometimes-
days of the Midnight Wars, and honestly, it just wouldn't work today. They already tried that back in 2010 with TNA going head to head with
Oh,
Raw.
Lord.
It's just like,
Don't bring that up. Oh,
yeah, I
man.
won't, but obviously it's not saying.
I
I
forget
personally
about
don't have
that.
the time to watch 5 hours of wrestling on Mondays. I really can watch 3. I mean, I don't even really watch the full episodes of Raw anyway. I just catch
I don't
clips here
either.
and there on YouTube if it interests me, but
Yeah.
it's just got to that point. Even if a DVR is like, I can't do it. Like, I prefer wrestling shows to be on separate nights. I like now we got wrestling every night. Raw on Mondays, NXT
Dude.
Tuesdays, AEW Wednesday, Impact on Thursdays, SmackDown on Fridays, and then you have really nothing on Saturdays unless you have like syndication, like maybe Ring of Honor, and then Sundays are usually
And of
reserved
course, the
for
pay-per-views of WWE as
Oh,
well.
yeah. 3-4 hour pay.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, man, I'm still catching up on NXT on Peacock. I've just been getting so lazy. It's just, like I
Yeah, I'm
mentioned,
with you,
just
dude.
not- I'm gotten to the point, like, listen, I'm now an adult. You know, I'm taking, you know, I'm like JR. I like to take care of my business. And, you know, sometimes I'll get red ass JR, like I just did with the whole, you know, Brody Lee, you know, the fans. That's why I like to listen to JR, because, you know, me and him, we have the same opinion. And I agree with him, you know. Same thing with Tony Schiavone. It's just crazy. You know, that's why I get along with a lot of the wrestlers, because I know what they're going through. You know, growing up, you know, I'm more, you know, I have that business sense that Steve Austin talks about, you know, growing up. And, you know, like I mentioned, you know, Taz actually held me as a kid, as a baby, you know, and like I said, I love the wrestling business because I know what they're going through when it comes to the business part.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy. But you know, I miss Brody Lee every day. You know, it's just, man. To me, this has got to be the hardest, because you know I started watching him, you know, when he first came in at WWE, and I've been a fan of, you know, as a big kid. You know, I looked up to Brody in middle school, high school, and it just hurt me, man. You know, and I'm not saying Eddie Guerrero's death. Eddie Guerrero's death hit me too, but the thing was, I was 5 years old and I didn't really understand it. And you know, Chris Benoit's death was the same way. I didn't understand it, but Brody's, now that I'm older, it's made me appreciate life.
Oh yeah, and it's like, man, Brody Lee was never truly utilized to his full potential to be. In fact, right after he died, I was like binge watching stuff on YouTube, watching all of his indie matches, just seeing him like wrestle like almost everybody you can think of. Like, man,
And I've actually I remember watching you know, the remembrance of Brody Lee with the New Day and all that, and I think it was Xavier Woods that was actually really tearful about Brody Lee and all that.
Oh yeah,
like he actually broke character you know, talking about him and all that. So
oh yeah, he was a real nice guy from what they all said. Always was making jokes, but you know, jokes that didn't offend anyone, that people would get to laugh. And how he would tell people like, "I'll see you when I see you," however it was. See, like until next time, because you know, didn't know when he would see somebody again.
yeah,
You know, one of the things I started using, I don't know if you've noticed it, especially on Instagram, or it's, you know, it's Tuesday and you know what that means. Or,
Oh yeah,
it's basically a tribute to Brody Lee.
oh yeah.
You know, JR, he does it, you know,
Yep.
every Wednesday, and you know, I love it. You know, it's a tribute to him. You know, I even grew my hair out like Brody. Like whenever I put it up, no, I'm not kidding you, I look just like Brody. And you know, someone told me, it's like, if you grow the beard out, and you know, if I was a bit skinnier, I think I could pull off a Brody. That's why it hurt me too, because you know, I'm a big old guy, you know, and I mentioned, you know, people telling me that I look older for my age. When I was 12 years old, I was growing a mustache, and I actually had a full beard too in middle school. So.
No, well, I'll tell you what, I was going to grow the similar beard to Roman Reigns and all that, you know, just like the little goatee and some on the sides. I've already grown the hair like Roman and all that, like have lower cuts, but every time when I grow the beard, it just makes my face a bit irritating and all that.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, and I would love to do a beard again, but my job, it's just like I'd have to wear a beard net. I'm like, I just prefer to stick with the goatee, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, you work at fast
Yeah,
food,
Taco
man. I
Bell,
remember
Yeah,
McDonald's was the same way too. Oh man, luckily they would let us keep the mustache. Well, hey, at least y'all let me have my mustache. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I didn't like being clean shaven anymore. And for a while, I was glad that we actually be able to grow my goatee. I used to have a district manager that was kind of strict on what facial I had. So I tried to grow a goatee one time, and he told me to shave it off, but I keep a mustache. But thankfully, when that district manager switched to another one, the district manager I have now said, "Oh yeah, you can have your goatee, or you can have a beard. That's why I have a beard."
Yeah. I know that if I actually joined that workplace, they'll probably tell me either cut this hair off or wear that bloody
hairnet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they would just tell you to pull your ponytail up a little bit and restrain it so it's not touching your neck.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, because I have a store manager. He has his hair in a ponytail. That's how he does it. So
yeah, that's it.
They're cool if guys have long hair just as much as women. It's just the same rule. Just make sure you straighten it. I mean, they kind of get a little touchy about piercings. Like they're fine if women have it, but then they say men can't really have it. But I don't know. It just depends on the job. And even the tattoos, like have to cover those up. It's like,
Yeah, well, like with mine, I reckon I'll get away with with a tattoo only because mine is undercover and all that.
Oh yeah, the Bromwell tat. Yeah.
Yeah, well that's it.
Oh,
and of course an earring on this side of the ear. Yeah, which I've actually had done like I think a few years back already. But that's the only ring I'll ever get because I'm not going to be like one of those pierced face ones or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what do y'all think of Mr. Miz, man? You know, when he brought up the tattoo, I remember on Miz and Mrs. when Mr. Miz was showing off his Brahma Bull tattoo.
I haven't really watched Miz and Mrs. because I don't have USA Network. I'll catch clips on YouTube, but it's kind of like, I don't really care as much about that show. I mean, I'm sure it's good at times, but it's just I haven't really watched it.
Yeah, I would have thought at least the WWE Network would show the Miz and Mrs. on there.
I'm sure they did. I don't know if they got episodes on Peacock now. But talking about WWE Network, I would assume that they would have it on WWE Network. I know they have like Total Divas and Total Bellas and a lot of other reality shows.
Oh yeah.
I'll have a look on my end because just while I'm talking to you guys, I'm pretty sure I'll have a look on here and see if I can be able to get Mr. the Miz and Mrs.
Yeah, I don't really watch much of Miz and Mrs. either.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Now, only reason I do watch it is because of Mr. Miz, man. That dude is
so funny. Miz's dad. How his dad just became a meme pretty much. Like there's a lot of videos showing his face of when the Miz gets beat up and how he looks all kind of a little bit angry, a little disappointed. Like, and it's cool how they brought in the storyline with the Miz and Shane McMahon. Like that was something.
Well, I'm looking on the WWE Network. There is Miz and Mrs. Just season 1.
Oh yeah, so they probably haven't got season 2 in yet.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Looks like someone.
Oh, got a qualification. A big old General Aziz or whatever his name is just got involved.
Oh
wow. Oh, here comes Kevin Owens.
Dude,
good on you, KO.
I just remember something. You know, I mentioned Miz's dad getting a tattoo. Zack Ryder's face, because Zack knows what like Miz is going through. Because I remember when Zack's YouTube channel, Z2 you know, Zack's dad was a huge John Morrison fan.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Jomo.
Well, it looks like Kevin Owens and Big A ganging up on that tall guard of Apollo Cruises. You know, something tells me this is going to turn into a tag team match, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Now I see Teddy Long come out if he still works for WWE. All of them that play. This is going to be a tag team match. Oh, there's Sami Zayn. Ooh.
Yep, Mr. Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I think of Teddy Long, you'll go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
God, I miss those days, man.
I know, me too.
Exactly.
Oh, man. the ultimate punishment going 1-on-1 against Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie.
Sami Zayn's
I
looking at
miss
the
the days when
Intercontinental
Undertaker used to
Champion.
scare the crap out of me.
Oh,
here we
Sammy's
go.
got the belt. The big guy started to come towards him. Says like, no,
Yeah. Oh, that was me mate. I'm texting just now. Yeah, he's just leaving now. So so in about half an hour, I'm going to make a move and all that.
Okay, cool.
All right, man.
Yeah. So he won't get here till at least another half an hour. So.
All right, yeah. Oh, Sammy. And that match with him and KO and how they had Logan Paul involved, I was so happy when Logan Paul got the stunner because, of course, as everybody knows, I also do pulling card contents and like videos. Like ever since Logan Paul started opening up pulling cards, they became impossible to find. I was like, now we're gonna get Logan Paul into wrestling. Like I'm already hard to find pulling cards, so you can make wrestling figures hard to find. So when KO gave him that stunner, I was happy. Logan Paul deserved it. I don't even like Logan Paul. Even before
I have no idea who he is.
The videos he makes, like one where he went to Japan, and there's like this place called the Suicide Forest, and he would like film himself there. And I've never seen the video, but there's like a video where he was in the forest, and there was like a man hanging behind him who already committed suicide, and he got so much shit for doing that video.
Oh
and
yeah,
like, man, Logan Paul, that dude, and then going and fighting people, like thinking, oh, him and his brother Jake Paul want to fight every boxer and MMA star out there, and yeah.
I just want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin whoop their asses.
If they
would have pulled this crap in the Attitude Era. I'll tell you what I would love to see. You remember when Austin took his belt off, started whipping McMahon? I would love to see that, man. Whoop them like the kids that they are, man.
Yep, definitely.
I'll be back in a second, boys. I'll just be a second.
All right.
But yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. You know, I love that commercial he's in with Ice-T.
Oh yeah, I always hear on Pandora. Yeah, about Tide is your cold fall. Makes sense. Yeah, Ice-T and Stone Cold, so yeah. Ice-T, I mean, that guy's awesome. I like that he's more just a rapper and actor. He has his own metal band called Body Count. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm ready to see John Cena and what's it, Fast and F9?
Oh yes, that new Fast and Furious, Fast 9. Dude. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I love John Cena though.
He's become one hell of an actor. I mean, it's funny how he called The Rock out for that several years back, and now all of a sudden he's like on The Rock's back. But hey, he's a natural born actor. He has that charisma.
He is. It's funny the amount of crap he got back in 2012, John Cena. Amount of crap, and now it's like, it's crazy. People actually miss, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them. Listen, John Cena is one of the reasons I also became a wrestling fan. He's the reason I joined the Jersey community. And believe it or not, in the community I'm part of, like the Facebook groups, what I love about it is there's like no negativity. You would think in a group full of like guys, avid, football, avid sports fan, but there's like no drama, which I love. It's just a group of guys helping each other.
Yeah.
And, just, talking about their love of sports. And what I love about it is there's a lot of wrestling fans in there. And I met this one guy, he became a jersey collector because of John Cena too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And what I love about it, all the jerseys, like I'm wearing the Larry Bird jersey. I remember John Cena wearing it back in the day. So it's kind of cool that besides like, being a sports fan, I also have a wrestling connection.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but yeah, I love the Jersey community. It it's really good, and I still got some love for the wrestling community.
Oh yeah, same here. Like me, wrestling, Pokemon. In fact, that's how I met some people. Like that's how I met Joe, Johnny, and JD Stacy 90 because they like Pokemon, they like wrestling. So it's awesome to find those kind of people.
Oh yeah,
and it's sad because there are some bad people out there. Like the Pokemon community, it's kind of been divided a little between the people who like Pokemon for what it is and the people that want to do it for money, the scalpers, and it's like it's been almost tough to even still do it. But it's like I try to do it for what it is. Same with wrestling. That's good to hear that you don't really find much people or at all in the Jersey community. I wish every community could be like that.
Oh man, don't get me started on the counterfeiters. Oh man,
Mhm.
it's just as bad in the Jersey community.
Oh, yeah.
Man, dude, that's why they have this thing called legit checks, man. I can't tell you
My
how
bad,
much
guys.
that community has helped me save money.
Mhm. All right, welcome back, Josh.
No, thanks, guys.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, all good. Guys, yeah, John, I was meant to tell you this before Jane Patel, came into the chat earlier. I was letting you know about the hectic week I had. Yeah, because apparently I haven't been out going anywhere as of late because had a bit of a run-in with a kangaroo on the road.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
only in
know.
Australia. I can't say it anywhere else. Not trying to
Sorry,
make
mate.
fun.
Kangaroo
It's just
Jack.
like we have stuff we run into in America, but
Yeah, well, that's it.
Deer,
And,
man, deer.
Yeah, apparently with how bad the condition the car is, but funny enough, it's only just cosmetic damage. But I don't know if you could be able to see.
oh damn.
Oh
Yeah, it broke the
man.
fender on my car. But I'm
Yeah,
getting that up.
kangaroos. I know they're no joke. They'll beat the crap out of you if you mess with them the wrong way.
Oh man.
Ah,
You know when
nah. Well, yeah. Long
Remember
story short,
when Woken broke him already had that kangaroo smoking Joe Frazier? He would box with him. Now the kangaroo will be boxing back.
dude.
well, yeah, it comes to show. It comes to show that us Aussies got cojones and all that.
Oh, you kind of have to. They talk about how you guys have a lot of animals that can kill you.
Ooh.
So do we in America,
hang
but
on. You're not talking about like animals like koalas, aka fictional drop bears, big huntsman, funnel web spiders, king brown snakes. Which, by the way, I actually saw one last November in the house, which I was actually scared of the living hell out of me.
Oh man. You know,
Yes.
since we're talking about animals, I remember a while back, like me and my mom were talking about, like when my grandparents were living in Chicago. Like I remember driving up there, and this deer out of nowhere. Wait, it wasn't Chicago. I think it was Detroit.
Damage.
My bad. It was Detroit during the winter, and we went to pick up my grandparents because my grandma's brother-in-law died. Like her sister's husband, and we went to pick them up, and on our way there, this big old deer, and we were this close, like we were nearly killed.
Oh yeah, deer. They're nothing to mess with. It's like that's why they put those signs
yeah.
out to let people know that there's deer
Yeah.
around. In fact, I heard the stupidest thing on like the radio. It wasn't here in Kansas, but somebody like shared on Facebook or YouTube. This chick comp or air station talk about they should put those deer crossing signs out because then that gives deer the message to go out and run. It's like first of all, the deer. It's not for them. It's for the people. And they try to explain it to her. Well, I know, but still, they shouldn't have those signs there because then it's encouraging the deer. It's like this lady was not getting it. I was like, oh my god, like the deer aren't reading that sign. Oh, hey, let's go cross out on the highway. It's like, no, the deer are gonna do what the heck they want. They don't care if you put a sign there or not.
That's it. Well, because funnily enough, because when I was actually driving that night, I did pass a sign that to say watch out for kangaroos and all that. And I did hit the brakes and all that immediately when I saw it on the middle of the road. But it's just that my brakes weren't really that good and all that because it's actually due for new brake pads at the time. Yeah, but luckily no. But it is fortunate that it's just cosmetic damage and nothing internal. Thank God, because the car can still drive and all that. It's just the three things I've got to get rectified and fix up at the panel beaters. The side mirror on the driver's side because the side that I showed you, John, is actually the driver's side, which we drive on the right, because even though we drive on the left lane, but our steering wheel's on the right side of the car.
Well, yeah, I got you. It's just the opposite of what we have here in America.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Yeah. The fender's damaged. Luckily enough, the LED headlights actually still work, but not the indicator.
Dang.
But saying that too, I mean, it's going to cost me a fair bit of money to get it repaired. I'm looking about forking out $540 all up, and that's in Australian dollars. So
well,
yeah. So, but saying that too, but saying that too, it's a good thing I do have money put away, just in case something like that happens. But saying that too, one of my friends actually suggested to put this sort of device in my car, and I reckon I've actually looked at the reviews, and they actually really work. And it's called a shuru. It's like some sort of device that we can't hear it, but the kangaroos can, or any wildlife animals can be able to hear it as an alarming sound sort of thing. To put on my car and all that, so that way that they can get out of the way, out of the path immediately before I approach. Yeah, it's called the Shuru Mark V, which I'm going to be looking to get in. So hopefully they'll probably help the car a bit. Yeah. Oh, hello, Mr. Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah, we're almost getting close to that match.
Oh yeah. And sadly, I'm going to miss out of that match while I'm actually out with my mate and all that. So, but that's all right. I'll watch it later on, anyways, because I've got this thing on record as well. So,
all right.
Paul Heyman is the man.
Oh yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes good promos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. He has a good mind for wrestling. Not so much for money. At least not.
Lord.
I mean, he does now, but back in ECW, there were so many stories of him not paying wrestlers.
Dude, I got if Justin Credible does come down here, and if I do get to talk to him, I'm gonna have to ask him some Paul Heyman stories, man. I remember he was in Paul's documentary they did. It was on the network. I remember him talking about it. So I gotta ask him about Paul. Because he was there towards the end.
Oh yeah.
Tommy Dreamer, towards the end, Tommy Dreamer became the boss.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and that's why he was still around even in the WWE version of ECW. At least, not at the end, but he was there for most of its run.
Yeah, but I actually love his rivalry with Eric Bischoff, though. When Eric Bischoff was in control of Raw and in control of SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's a great rivalry.
Definitely.
Even though I didn't watch the Hall of Fame inductees, who actually inducted Eric Bischoff? Do you know?
I think this year they didn't do inductees. They wanted to kind of keep the speeches kind of short, so they decided just to only focus on people getting inducted, but not have inductors this year. I didn't watch the full ceremony, but they just decided not to do it just for time reasons. So they keep the Hall of Fame short since they were doing both the 2020 and 2021 classes on the same show.
Oh, here we go. The championship's up now.
Oh, wow. Is this going to be a long match? They're going to give us a pay-per-view quality match on a Friday night.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I mean, you'll probably still have to miss the rest of it. But unless they do something where the match gets cut off early and then they start again later. Still haven't seen Edge in a while, which I'm surprised. It's been a little over 2 weeks since WrestleMania, so it's like I don't know if they're saving Edge again for another show or what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, they're showing flashbacks of Daniel Bryan's match with.
Oh yeah, 2014 WrestleMania 30.
Yep. Edge is the reason I became a wrestling
fan. The infamous WrestleMania that ended the Undertaker's winning streak.
Yeah, I became a wrestling fan thanks to Edge.
Oh yeah, and then of course there's the main event where Dan Bryan defeated Randy Orton and Batista there.
Oh man, I remember that.
Batista in the S lock.
Yeah. Bloody hell, that was a good match. That would have been a great match. That one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Daniel Bryan on this. I think my money does. Even though Roman, it is no doubt Roman will win this one.
Yeah,
I think Jey Uso is going to get in the.
Well, and also they're trying to involve Cesaro. How Roman said he doesn't have the time for Cesaro at the moment, so that's what they're going to do next is try to build further heat between Roman and Cesaro. Try to build a match with them. I mean, Cesaro, man, somebody that's so underrated.
Dude,
really should have been a world champion a long time ago. Like when they put Paul Heyman back in 2014, how they wanted to do big things with him and then broke him off solo, and he was doing real good by himself. But Then they signed him a tag team, which they made work with him and Sheamus. They broke that
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
The bar.
Yes,
Yeah. It's like they've done so much with Cesaro. Like he deserved that win at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins. I feel like he needed it. It's like time's running out. The guy's already like about 40. I mean, he still has many more years left in the tank.
Yeah.
But it's like if you don't start pushing him now as world champion, it's like
It'll
I don't
never happen.
know.
You mentioned that. I remember, WrestleMania 30. I remember when he won the inaugural, Andre Giant Memorial Battle, Battle Royal. I was so excited when they paired him up with, Paul Heyman. I was excited.
Oh yeah, I mean, great talker because like working with Cesaro because Cesaro was good on the mic, but to have Paul Heyman speak for him, it's like made it better.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
But I actually loved the promo last week with Daniel Bryan and Cesaro while Cesaro was swinging Jey Uso.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about that.
I think that was the highlight of the night. That one.
Cesaro, man, that guy could do some great things. How he was able to do that to the great Khali, a guy who's like over 7 feet tall, about 400 pounds, just swinging like he's nothing. Like man. So it's like if you do it to Great Khali, you can beat anybody.
Yeah, but not as good as when he's swinging Seth Rollins. I mean, on SmackDown 22 times, WrestleMania broke a record of 23 times. Oh man, I reckon that's a highlight of WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Have Seth Rollins as a heel, they're complaining, going, "Put me down!" While he's getting swing, and I thought that's got to be the best thing that's ever happened.
Oh yeah.
And not just that, my mother actually laughed at that when we were watching it live. That was absolutely the nail on the coffin on that one.
I remember when Cesaro first came in, like with Oksana. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they were trying to build up on his gimmick, how he could speak 5 different languages.
Yes,
which is true. Like in Switzerland, they don't really have an actual language of Swiss. They have like Italian, German, French, and then this other language called Romansh, which I guess you could kind of say is the Swiss language, but that's like the foreign language they actually speak there. In fact, he's here in America. He speaks English.
Oh, hello. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins next week.
Hold on, guys. I got a call coming real quick. I got to answer.
Besides English, you know what most people call English, right? They say speak American.
Well, I think we lost John by the sounds of it.
Heard that.
Yeah, what's happened here?
I don't know what's going on, man. Hello?
Oh,
all right, I'm back.
Oh,
yeah, what happened, man?
One of my friends just called me. I was like, oh man, he interrupted the stream. I told him, hey, I'm in the stream. Call back later. Like, all right, he just wanted to wish you a happy birthday real quick. My old buddy Zach used to be in my videos, like the toilets I've done with him.
I remember him.
Yeah, because he don't live here in Park City anymore. He lives in another town called McPherson, which is like 2 hours away, so we don't really get to see each other much anymore.
Oh,
but the pandemic's kind of messed things up, so it's hard for him to always come back into town anyway. But yeah, he was calling me wishing happy birthday. So probably later on after the stream, I'll give him a call back. But try to finish up the stream. So we can finish watching SmackDown.
Rob's got a new theme.
Oh, finally! Turn it up a little.
Yeah, actually, I'll turn it up as well. It's about freaking time.
I know. He's been using the basically the Shield theme without the Sierra Hotel India Delta for like the last,
since he came in
2014. So he's been using that for too long.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's about time. So it's one more step in changing his character to, get away from the Shield. I mean, he's already done it with taking off the vest, and then he wears that gold glove. So it's cool. He finally got rid of this, his version of the Shield theme.
Oh yeah, this is like I said. I love this new Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah,
I love the tribal chief, man.
Wow. It took
this guy, whether he's a heel or not, he's the face of the company.
Oh,
I haven't been this
whether you
excited.
love him or you hate him, doesn't matter. I don't know about you guys, but with me, I have acknowledged him as a
Oh,
tribal
yeah.
chief.
He is my tribal chief, and
Oh yes.
I gotta say another thing. You know, I haven't been this excited. I remember a year ago. You know, we mentioned Brody Lee. I remember when he first came in as the Exalted One. I was so happy. I love the Dark Order.
Mm. Well, I reckon that's a great heel theme for him.
Oh yeah, it works.
Yeah, it's working all right. All he has to do now is get rid of the Roman Empire slogan, and we're in business.
Oh
Yeah, and
yes,
change up his ring attire. He's still wearing the black pants, which is fine, but I don't know. I feel like he needs to transition to something else, like a different kind of pants or
yes.
trunks or tights or something, just to change his character up a little more.
Yeah, maybe something for his for his Samoan tribe or something like that.
Yes.
Because with him being a Samoan and all that, yeah,
Mhm.
wear something that actually fits his his ancestry tribal ancestry and all that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And speaking of that, man, Hobbs and Shaw, that was a great movie. I watched it a while back, man. Just seeing Roman in there with The Rock and how I don't want to spoil it if everybody hasn't seen it. I won't spoil the ending so much or what the movie's about, but that scene where they're all fighting together and how they just go back to their Samoan roots. I mean, that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Who said this?
Oh, hey, TN Couponer's finally here. Hey, what's up, TN Couponer? Say happy birthday, my friends. And he said time for a new theme song. Yep. And he says Roman will defend the title Mania next year. So I didn't realize TN Couponer was here. Welcome to the stream, TN.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He
I
was a cool
definitely
dude.
yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody always comments on every video. Of course, one of my mods alongside Josh. Good to have him here.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah,
man, that performance of Hobbs and Shaw with Roman there and The Rock and their whole big Samoan family.
Oh
And just
man.
that one scene where he returns home to Samoa and how the older brother's like, you know what's going to happen, right? Yeah, and then gets punched in the face. I love that. That cracked me up.
Oh man, I gotta
yeah.
watch that movie, man.
Yeah, Hobbs and
I
Shaw.
can't-
And without talking too much about the plot, it's kind of funny how this movie got released right before COVID, like a year
Oh,
before COVID.
man.
Because I guess the plot of the movie was like they're trying to stop this virus from being spread around the world, and how I guess the one of the girl that was in the movie, she was the one carrying it because it got injected into her. She was trying to get away from the organization that was going to go spread it. I was like, man, think how this movie came out right before all this COVID crap happened. Like, man, it makes me think sometimes.
You know, thinking of movies we're gonna get. I remember before COVID, I was so excited when they were gonna, have Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Mhm.
and then COVID happened. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I will say one good thing though. I did finally during Halloween. I did get to see Beetlejuice and Hocus Pocus in theater, and it was awesome.
Hocus Pocus,
$5.
that's a classic. I have that on
Here we
DVD.
go.
That movie's good. I think I have it on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray. It's really good.
Let's look stream. TN Keep our saying, hope everybody doing well. Took the day off work. Awesome. Of course, so have I, because normally I don't have Fridays off, but I was like, it's my birthday, so I'm going to take it off. So this is the only time I'll ever have a Friday off.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, well, I'm doing all right. Despite the accident I had with the kangaroo last week, but I'm doing all right now.
Not gonna lie, I love Friday. This is honestly one of the best Friday nights I've had in a long time. It feels good talking to you guys, man.
Oh, yeah,
It feels
definitely.
boring around here.
Definitely is, Jane. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely have to start arranging more of these streams more often. I mean, Thursdays and Sundays are the only 2 days that work for me, because that's the only 2 days I normally have off. So I'll definitely have to kind of schedule them at some point, maybe like pay-per-view watch-alongs or just streams like this where we shoot the shit, talk about whatever comes to mind, wrestling, and talk about life and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you
I
what.
love it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Now that you officially joined Discord, John, and all that, I might look into making a new one, but I won't give it out publicly to anyone. I'll only give it to
All right,
people
gotcha.
who I trust, which YouTube will be one of those guys I trust, anyways.
And it sucks on YouTube. We can't private message each other anymore, and
I
you don't have
know,
Facebook
right?
or Twitter, so it's like the only way you'd be able to get a hold of me would probably be by email if you want to send me a private message, which
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got Instagram, so I love that.
Well, yeah, I can message you, John, on Instagram, but I say, yeah, Josh, if you ever want to email me, of course, I have the email on my. I'm sure you probably might remember it, or you might remember the other one. I use my PayPal.
Yeah, I think I'll look it up later on, man. I'll definitely.
Yeah,
look
it should be on my page. The contact link. I'm actually. I guess I don't really mind saying it. My email for here is rhcreviews@gmail. So you should be able to message me there. It'd be a lot easier so we can get in contact. So we don't have to leave it in the comments and be afraid of somebody, seeing that link and then you get some troll on your Discord.
God.
Yeah. No, that's it for sure. But yeah, I'll probably will look into making a new Discord, with the new name and all that, and retire my my old DeviantArt names. And
Yeah.
All that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it sucks to see you leave DeviantArt. I know what happened. I'm not going to talk about it here, but had to do with people in a certain community with a blue hedgehog. I'm like,
exactly
some people,
right.
man, they're no better than people in the wrestling community. And
God,
the way people act. I mean, like I said, I won't get into it. That's Josh if he wants to talk about it. But obviously,
what I can tell you,
some people.
Yeah, what I can tell you is this person who's got like 500,000 subscribers, reckons that I was actually tracing my own artworks, which is a lot of baloney.
Dude, you were an amazing artist. In fact, somebody would accuse you of your art looking like it was traced. I mean, I've been accused of tracing too, but whatever. Some people are like, they're jealous because they can't draw that way. They want to go and accuse people of tracing.
Yeah, because I didn't waste 14 or 15 fucking years on tracing anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right there. People are said that I had to
keyboard warriors these days.
Yeah. And that's what we were all talking about with wrestling, how that's how it is in the community, with how people say this stuff about wrestling nowadays, where it be WWE and being anti every other wrestling company out there.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, I was going to give the Sonic fans, a benefit of a doubt and all that. But ever since last Christmas, when they started to get toxic, I thought, you know what, I should have listened to Hurricane about it because because he's left he's left that sort of community, and now I can see why.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's hard to be on DeviantArt anymore. I'm barely even in there anymore. I mean, I still have my account there, but I barely use that site.
Yeah, well, I'm not on there anymore. But at least this time, I've left in my own terms and not kicked off like I did 2 years ago. At least this time, I've left in my own terms.
And that's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So, but I do look on there, probably once a month or something like that. That's about all. But apart from that, I'm just busy, doing YouTube videos like Rowo related, with this one of mine, and do retro gaming on my retro gaming channel.
Yeah, me being busy with Taco Bell, and then of course making my bills here on this channel, and then I decided to take a break from my other channel, at least for the time being. And then all of a sudden, I go and I find more of these, which this set's like one of the most hottest sets right now because it's like a shiny Charizard. People love the heck out of anything Charizard. Like, it's crazy how much Pokemon cards have exploded in value. As I mentioned with Logan Paul opening stuff up, so people are scalping that stuff like crazy. Like base set Charizard, if you didn't think that card was already worth a lot, now it's worth even more. It's like, it's insane.
That's what I don't like about like certain collectors when they be like you said, scalpers. Like they go ahead and they go ahead and try and get a whole bunch of items and all that and try and sell it for double the amount.
It's ridiculous. It's like I can't. That's why I don't do wrestling cards anymore. I can't ever find them at Walmart, like wrestling, football, baseball, basketball. I mean, I was lucky to find some baseball cards for the first time in eternity. It's man. That's how they start with the sports cards and then moved on to Pokemon. It's surprised that Magic the Gathering's not being scalped. That's the only thing I ever see. I never got into that.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I don't. Oh man, don't even get me started on the scalpers. It's the same way in the jersey community.
Oh yeah, anything,
counterfeiters, man. Difference is, think of how much they charge people the same price that they charge these Mitchell and Ness jerseys, $300-$400, and I feel bad for the people that think the jerseys are real and they're wasting $300. I feel bad for those people, man.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, listen, John, I'm gonna have to get going now, man, because because it's been nearly half an hour since
all right,
the text is on his way, so he should be here within 10 minutes. So
all right, Josh. Hey, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it.
You, man.
Have a good day. Thanks for joining my stream. I appreciate it.
No worries, and happy birthday to you, John.
Yep.
And I hope it's a bit kind to you. I will, man. And see you too, John.
See you, brother.
All right. So that
Oh man.
thanks to Josh for being in the stream. Of course, he's gonna go out and have some fun. Out there in the down under.
Oh yeah.
But good to still have John Patel here, and if anybody else wants to join in, feel free. I might
Join the
put the link
party,
on the screen.
man.
If not, hey, I'm glad we got T and Couponer here in the live chat.
Yep.
But yeah, we still got SmackDown going on. Still got the Universal title match.
Oh,
Roman right
man.
now has got Daniel Bryan on the ground. As Daniel Bryan struggles to his feet.
But yeah, when we were talking about like the keyboard warriors, I remember like Jay and Silent Bob, how they did the reboot, before COVID. I remember the first one, Strike Back, and Ben Affleck was talking about the internet. And Jay was like, "What the fuck is the internet?" And that was my favorite part. And then he described it. I'm like, dude, it was crazy. This stuff was going on even back in 2001.
Dude, you remember AOL, right? I don't know if you've heard, at least if you've heard. Yeah, the AOL chat rooms were some of the worst place to go, and that's also how people got, like, kids especially got tricked to meeting people and getting abducted.
Oh,
but I used to remember those days going on the AOL chat rooms. There were some mean people on there. It's like it hasn't changed. You go from AOL to MySpace to Facebook and Twitter.
MySpace,
MySpace, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what was so funny about that movie. Even though it was a movie, at the end when Jay and Silent Bob kicked all their asses, that was the best part, dude. They had the list. I'm not talking about Chris Jericho's list. They had a list of everything that that these trolls said, and they went to their house and they beat them, and it was crazy. I was like, and the thing is, it's one of those movie scenes I never get tired of watching. Every time I watch it, I laugh harder and harder. I wish, imagine if they did that in this era.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
But also we live in an era where people get too sensitive, like cancel culture bull crap.
Man. I still can't believe I can't believe they did the reboot, even though, especially in this era with everything going on. It was even crazier, seeing Chris Jericho and his character. And I was like, how did they get away with this in before COVID?
Oh, yeah.
And I love Chris Jericho, definitely, but man, like, I don't know how they got, and it's crazy.
I'm pretty sure Chris Jericho and Kevin Smith are probably good friends, Kevin Smith's like somebody who does like a lot of good stuff, makes a lot of good movies. Of course, he's a fellow nerd like us.
Yes.
He loves everything for comics, the Star Wars, wrestling, you name it.
I love Star Wars, man. May the 4th is coming up. That's one of the reasons why I got Disney Plus, just to watch all the Star Warses and also watch all the old shows. And, of course, it's got Pirates of the Caribbean. It's got all my favorite movies. Oh, yeah. And then all the Marvel stuff. Oh, man. Yes. I love Marvel. Honestly, I love Marvel. I love DC. Oh, yeah, DC, yeah. I'm a nerd, and I don't care what anybody says. Here. That's why I like what I like. That's why I like my Ninja Turtles back here. And why I like my Pokemon, my wrestling. It's like, and it's crazy how people want to, accept us now, but back then they're like, oh no, you're a loser for like that. Then they hear, oh, you can make money off of this? Dude, it's like me in the Jersey community. The amount of money they make too, and the thing is, I buy the jerseys obviously to wear them because I'm a big dude, and honestly, I look good in them because it's hard for me sometimes to find clothes in my size, especially a Hot Topic. Yeah. Luckily now, thanks to DDP Yoga, I can fit into a 2X again. Before COVID, it was hard, man. The only way I could get clothes was literally pro wrestling tees. Oh man, but yeah. I can't tell you how much Dallas Page has helped me out, man. And I've actually talked to his girlfriend before. I asked her about some questions about DDP, why I was having trouble with some glitches. But yeah, she's really nice too. Her name's Paige, too. It's crazy. Oh yeah, because in real life, I'm sure. I think he legally changed his name, but his real name was Paige Falkenberg. So it's crazy. His name was Paige, and then his wife's name is Paige. Oh yeah. Again, Diamond probably. If you want to consider a wrestling angel, he's definitely a wrestling angel. I mean, if it weren't for him, Jake Snake Roberts and Scott Hall would probably not be alive today.
how he helped turn their lives around with Scott Hall and his problems, and then Jake Snake Roberts, how they made a documentary about him.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, when they talked about like their addiction, like I know what they're, alcoholism and all that, it runs in my family.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to some stuff that they joke about, like when it comes to alcohol, having lived all of that, even in drugs in the hotel motel business is bad, man. So, I remember teachers in school used to tell me, it's like, man, you're so mature for your age. I told them I had to grow up at a young age.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Well, I
That's
actually think
kind
I
of the same
watched a
with
lot of
me.
them
Like
too.
my dad was an alcoholic, and I've pretty much grown up majority of my life without a father. Last saw him
Yep.
when I was like 7 years old, and I thought back then that he was my hero. And then, well, I started to understand why he was the way he was. Because there were times when he wanted to take a belt to me when I was younger if I acted up. And then I
Yeah.
started to find out from my mom that he was an alcoholic, and then started making more sense on why he was the way he was. I mean, the times he was nice, he was my hero. But yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
my
you. That's why I
grandpa
stay away
too.
from liquor. I don't
Yeah,
want to be like him.
yeah, my grandpa, like my mom's dad, he was a pretty bad alcoholic. Thank God he doesn't drink anymore. He's 84. He's still alive. And what's crazy is, he's been living with one kidney for over 30 years.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah,
I don't know how
that's
he's.
tough.
Now he still loves his cigarettes, so hey, there's nothing wrong. I would
Yeah.
rather take the cigarettes over the beer. My grandpa was a mean drunk, man, especially when wrestling was involved.
Oh
Oh
wow.
man, grandpa loved wrestling. My grandma told me when they first got married, one of the first dates when my grandpa took her to was at a wrestling show.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah, and of course he also put this right here. I want to show that real quick.
Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
But yeah, go back to the story you were telling about your grandpa.
Yeah, so when they first got married, my grandpa, he had this buddy, that they would go to shows together. Well, he took my grandma, they were newlyweds, and grandpa would take her to all the wrestling matches, and
Hmm.
grandma, not gonna, she's not a big wrestling fan, but she did like this one wrestler. He got in. He's actually in the WWE Legacy wing. Dada Singh is his name. He was a huge wrestler in India, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's in the WWE Legacy wing. And before Great Khali, like he was huge. He was like India's version of The Rock.
Hmm.
He was a movie star. And my grandpa told me like he got to see him live. I think one time Grandpa said he got to see him live take on Lou Thez for the World Heavyweight
Oh
Championship.
wow.
So I thought that was cool. And that was actually, it was so cool about Grandpa going to wrestling show at the time. This was before he started drinking.
Oh
So that's
wow.
why my grandma loved going, that's why wrestling is so important to me because during the dark times, you know, when wrestling would come on, all our problems would go away. That's why I love wrestling so much.
Oh yeah. Same here, man.
Yeah, like my grandpa, I remember, I mentioned, you know, uh, Nancy Benoit's sister, when my aunt committed suicide before AEW, it was a rough time. Like my grandparents were coming here, they saw my aunt, my aunt by marriage, my aunt married, my mom's brother. Well, before they came here, they visited him, and my aunt even made him some tea. And when they got on the plane, she ended up, passing away. And it was a rough time. There were people blaming us and all that, and then it was rough. And then AEW came on. I'll never forget first episode, and I remember I was watching, and my grandpa was coming around, coming to my room, and I'll never forget. It was the first match, Cody versus Sammy Guevara, and there was a spot where Brandy fell down, and I kid you not, my grandfather was laughing so hard, and that's why I love AEW. That's why I'm so indebted to them.
Oh yeah,
Because,
AEW man just gives that real sport feel that you don't get with WWE
oh
anymore.
yeah,
Makes you feel like you're watching an actual wrestling product.
yep,
I
that's
mean,
why I love.
WWE still has its exciting times sometimes. Like right now, they just showed Roman do a Superman punch that got reversed by one of Dan Bryan's kicks. I was like, damn.
Yeah. But yeah, the reason why I love AEW so much, during a dark time, they made me and my grandpa forget about our problems. And for me, when people talk about wrestling, it's more than wrestling, man. AEW is a family,
Oh, yeah.
and Tony Khan earned my respect even more when, what he's doing for Brody's family. And that's why I return the favor. I'm a Chicago Bears fan. I also have some love for the Jacksonville Jaguars because of Tony. It's like, and I'm happy for them. They got Trevor Lawrence now.
Mhm.
Again, I'm really excited for the season start. And hey, good luck to the Jaguars. But yeah, I think this year's NFL season, I think it's going to be a really good one. Pretty excited. I'm
Oh,
hyped.
yeah. Oh, yeah. If the draft's still going on, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was actually watching it earlier, and I'm happy the Bears, we got Justin Fields, so I'm pretty excited. I know we already got Andy Dalton, Nick Foles. So I'm ready to see what Justin's gonna do. Because he's a great quarterback. I've seen him with Ohio State. So again, hopefully Bears, hopefully we turn around.
Hey, same here. Like last night, we drafted like a good wide receiver, and then we drafted a good linebacker because that's what we need. We need some good people. We need some good people that Lamar can throw to. Some good people that can do good on the defense, and also good people on the offensive line who can protect Lamar so he don't get sacked.
Oh yeah. And I'll tell you, when it comes to Chicago, one of the reasons why I'm a huge Chicago Bears fan is that D line. We've always had the best defense. Defense wise, we've always been the best. But O line wise, you see me in a Walter Payton jersey for years.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Payton carried our team, and Walter Payton's also from Mississippi, so I got some love for him for that as well. And again, he carried our team. And
Yeah.
when it comes to the quarterback position, we've never really had, Jim McMahon. He was good. We had that one magical 85 season, and I would really love it if our team would win another one, and I would really love if they would shut the Green Bay Packers up. Man.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how I feel about the Steelers.
Man, Green Bay talks so much shit. And the thing is, when it comes to jersey collect, there's like multiple personalities. You got one side, you're a fan of sport, the history, and the other side, you got the fandom. And I'm a Chicago Bears fan, and Green Bay Pack, Green Bay.
Oh, tell me about it. I used to have a store manager that was a big Packers fan.
Oh Lord,
they're not as bad as Patriots fans, but they can get close. I mean, it just depends on the fans.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Oh man, Packers fans, man, man, it's crazy the amount of shit they talk. And listen, I respect the history. Brett Favre again, another Mississippian like me. So that's why I kind of have a little love for Packers because of Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, definitely an all-time great.
And also Eddie Lacy, from Alabama. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Listen, I love the Bears, but I remember one time at a flea market I got an Eddie Lacy jersey for a great gift, and I know it looks bad, Bears fan wearing a Green Bay jersey, but to me it was more than Green Bay jersey because I remember watching Eddie Lacy in Alabama, and plus I'm a former Alabamian. I've spent some time there. Lived there for a couple years, and I got some love. So it's like, hey,
yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I feel about when somebody from Kansas State goes to a team I don't like. I'm not going to hate them for going to that team. It's not their choice, but it's whatever.
Yeah, like I'm a diehard Bears fan. At the same time, it's like we've lived so many areas. Like I lived in Indiana, Florida. I lived in all these states. So it's like when people ask me, I thought you were a Bears fan. I'll tell them I am, but I lived in these areas as well. So in a way, I'm not a bandwagon because I lived in the community.
Yeah, hey, I can respect that.
Oh yeah, and plus, same thing with Texas. I didn't live there, but I would go there as a kid because I got family in Texas, so I got some love for the Texas teams as well. Same thing with San Francisco too, because my dad, he lived there, and my dad's not a football fan, but when he hears San Francisco, he watches like when the Chiefs and 49ers game. Dad usually doesn't watch football, but Dad was asking me, every year they ask me like who's playing, and I told my dad San Francisco. I kid you not, Dad. Oh man, he ran, like he actually ran, and we watched the whole Super Bowl together until towards the end. Then Dad got upset. Yeah,
and of course I live here in Kansas, so everybody's a Chiefs fan. So
of course,
yeah, I have to hear it every day. Like, oh yeah, but it's about Super Bowl. Of course, they lost Tampa Bay, so and they
at least they got a
make a
Super
season
Bowl.
sometimes. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. Talk about
Look at
Patrick Mahomes, but hey, no doubt, Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback. But
he is, man. He's still a young. You gotta think about it. He's a young guy, and listen.
oh yeah,
Hey, he's a Super Bowl champion. He beat the San Francisco 49ers.
yep. And so did my Ravens the last time we went to the Super Bowl. So yeah,
Yep.
49ers were one of those teams I almost thought maybe they would get another ring, but oh, well, that's all right. I mean, their best was with Joe Montana, who's another all-time great.
Dude, Joe Montana, my PE coach won a Super Bowl with him. He was the barefoot punter. Yeah, not that many people can say that their PE coach, that their middle school PE coach was a Super Bowl champion. And he won. He was with 49ers when they won their first one with Joe against the Bengals. And he would actually show us the ring, and he actually let me try it on too.
Well, that's awesome.
And you know what's even cooler? He even had his own trading card.
Oh man,
like a Topps trading card, and I actually got it too. He signed it for me too. So
wow,
really
that's cool.
It's cool that my PE teacher actually had his own trading card and was a Super Bowl champion.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I have a coupon right here. We'll put his comments out. His QB is Joe Montana, which that's awesome.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what my PE coach's name was, his name is Jim Miller. Yep, he punted barefoot. Yep.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Montana, he's the man. Listen, I got some love for 49ers too. Of course, my uncle, he lived there, my dad's brother, and he had season tickets for years, like, especially throughout the 80s during the dynasty. And like he told me like he would go see Joe Montana play, Jerry Rice, Dwight Clark, all these guys.
Yeah.
Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, all them guys. And and believe it or not, like, Jerry Rice used to live a block away from my uncle.
Oh too. Wow.
Yep. And my uncle used to tell me like stories about Jerry coming over. He told me, he was like, Jerry was a real humble guy, nice guy. And yeah, he also told me about Roger Craig. Like my cousin actually bought a car from him.
That's cool.
Yep. So that's why I got some love for 49ers, because I got a family connection, especially with Jerry. I got to ask Jerry, though, if I ever get a chance to message him, I got to ask him if he remembers my uncle.
Yeah, you should.
Man, it'd be cool meeting him one day, because, I'm not just saying this as a Mississippian. He's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yep, one of the all-time greats.
All right, so I'm still watching SmackDown over here. Daniel Bryan's got Roman in the yes lock, but Roman refusing to tap. There's been quite a few near falls in this match. Roman went for a spear, and Daniel Bryan rolled him up into a 2 count. And then Roman having that choke that he does, I can't remember what it's called, but man.
Yeah, I still call it the LaBelle lock. That's
because it was originally. And then Daniel Bryan's called the yes lock, the no lock.
Hey, I like them all. It's the same move.
Yeah. Roman just elbowing Daniel Bryan in the back of the head. Man. Yeah, drag that match on as long as they can.
Oh, yeah, you know that. They love to drag. WWE loves to drag along.
Oh, yeah.
Drag us along.
Oh, Roman go in the corner, get ready to hit a spear here once Bryan gets up. This would be awesome if Edge came out. It's like, man,
yeah.
Like it's like that's the only thing missing. I just gotta get his revenge at some point.
Yeah, I gotta say, we're talking about WWE. Some of the stuff they did. Man, what they did to Mickey James was just
Oh, the trash
awful.
bag, yes.
Trash. I'm
Yeah,
not.
that guy. I heard he was a jerk. Mark Carano. He was like stealing title belts, like actual title belts,
His
and hiding them under his
girlfriend,
guest out.
his ex-girlfriend.
He looked like a douchebag. I remember seeing him on Total Divas.
Dude,
Yeah.
Total Divas. Yes. I'll tell you something, man. I'm not kidding you. The first time I saw him, I knew, I was like, man, there's something wrong with this guy, man. And I remember one episode, they wanted Natalia to work with, what was her name? Rosa Mendez.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Natalia didn't want to do it, but she was like, you know what? I don't want to go into a war with Mark Carano. She said something along those lines. And I was like, you know what? I don't blame her. But what an asshole he is. And you know what? I'm not usually one of those guys, but he deserves it.
Yeah, he definitely deserved it. And I love that they recently made fun of that in AEW. Like an episode of Being the Elite, they had like a trash bag, or I don't remember how the skit went, but they found their way to take a shot at WWE because they'll take shots at WWE every chance they can.
Hey, I don't blame them. Heck, at the same time, look at what Triple H did at the Hall of Fame with Billy Gunn.
Oh yeah.
Heck, I don't blame them. Heck, WWE took shots at TNA. Remember what Kurt Angle told Sammy and Kevin?
Oh
TNA's
yeah.
hiring.
Yeah, I remember that.
Heck, that's what I love about it. I love it. Hey, at the end of the day, it's competition, taking shots. That's what makes it really good. AEW, especially Chris Jericho when he takes those
Oh
shots.
yeah.
List of Jericho and all that, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The scarf when he brought up the scarf with
Yeah.
MJF. Now MJF, he's that one heel, man. That I love my heels, but he's just that one heel, man. He's not a nice person. He flips off kids, man.
Yeah, I was telling Josh about that. How MJF he stays devoted to that character.
Remember what he did with little Brody Lee, man. I was like MJF, man, come on, dude. Listen, I know you're playing. Oh man, it's like I know you're playing a character, but God, man.
Yeah.
But hey, MJF's MJF, but man, dude, you know what? People say what they want, but I think MJF is one of the greatest heels in this era, man.
Yeah, and it's really a surprise he didn't become world champion when he was feuding John Moxley. And as much as Moxley's my guy, I would have been alright if they decided to put the belt to MJF. I mean, not that right now Kenny Omega's not doing a good job as champion, but so I thought at some point they were going to put the belt on him.
Kenny 3 belts.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'm gonna tell you, man. John Moxley, man, what a run he had. But to me, besides the feud with MJF, that feud with Brody, man, at Double or Nothing, that match they had, I was like, dude, how did Brody not become AEW champion?
I know that's somebody else who could have been champion. Man,
but I look at it like this. At least towards the end, before he passed, at least he won the TNT Championship. Especially the way he beat Cody, he destroyed Cody.
Yeah, but hey, the guy who's champion now, Darby Allin, he's been doing a good job defending that belt every week against multiple challengers.
Dude, yes,
he's definitely held the champion.
He is. What I love about what I love is they paired him and Sting. When I first saw Darby Allin, people say they remind him of Jeff Hardy. I agree. I look at Darby Allin as a mix between Jeff Hardy, in ring wise, and Sting. He's an enigma, and I love it. I love the feud with Team Taz as well. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
All right, so I'll put some on the screen real quick. For everybody that was watching SmackDown, goodbye Daniel Bryan. I guess we'll see because Daniel Bryan lost the match, no surprise. And Cesaro came out to save Daniel Bryan from being a Concerto, and then Jey Uso came out. They had Cesaro in the ropes, and they kind of just left us on a cliffhanger. Like, what's Roman gonna do to Cesaro? Like, typical WWE. I'll be definitely interested to see what they do with Dan Bryan. And me and Josh were discussing how there could be a possibility that maybe Dan Bryan could go to NXT. But then I brought up that there's a rumor that Dan Bryan's talking about New Japan. So, man, just to see Dan Bryan going anywhere else, that would be something. Or hell, AEW. And obviously he's got to go back under his real name, Bryan Danielson.
Oh yeah, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon.
Yeah.
We were talking about MJF. I love this feud with Cody, man. It was crazy, man.
Mhm.
Especially that 10 lashes. That had to have been the most uncomfortable. I was like, dude. And top it off, he whipped Cody with his own belt. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're whipping a grown man with his own belt. And like whipping him in front of his friends, his brother. Dustin came out and said, I'll take the lashes. What a story, man. And when they had that match in Revolution, I really wanted Cody to win. I really wanted Cody to kick MJF's ass and shut him up. And honestly, I love that to me, that had to have been the feud of the year, and especially seeing Cody jump off the cage against Wardlow, and out of all the places, in Atlanta, think about it. Whenever I think of wrestling, Atlanta, you think of the Rose, you think of Dusty,
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
And when they brought up,
Dusty Rose. Got to bring him on the screen for everybody else to see. Dusty Rose, baby.
American Dream,
One and
baby.
done. Kings and queens slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Hard Times.
Yep, hot times.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so cool that when he was climbing up the cage, I remember like the commentators, who I think it was JR or Tony or one of them, they brought up Dusty and the Horseman and that feud, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, MJF, man, and I love heels. The closest thing that MJF, that Tommaso Ciampa. When him and Johnny Gargano had that feud, that Chicago Street Fight.
Oh yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I love Ciampa now, but back then I really wanted Johnny to kick his ass, man. And what a match! But yeah, MJF, man. Oh
yeah.
that was crazy, man. But yeah, I'll never forget MJF busted open. But yeah, man. That's one thing I love about AEW. It's like the storylines, all that, they make sense. Now, obviously, there's some story, how wrestling is, some are hit and misses. I thought when Brandy turned heel, it just didn't make any sense. I think it was Nightmare Collective, shaving.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing didn't make any sense. And, when they brought in Luther, I was there, I wish I could take a video of it, but I really, when Riho and Chris Statlander fought, I was in the merchandise table getting the Jericho shirt, and so I didn't really see the whole thing. I didn't come back until Luther made his debut, but at the time I had no idea who he was. Like I had seen some of his old matches, but that was back when he had hair. So,
Yeah.
And plus, I was sitting in the cheap seats, so I couldn't see that well. So I was like, okay, who's this bald guy? And I wasn't the only one. Like the guys that I was sitting with, you want to talk about obnoxious? They were like, "Who's this bald guy?" Like it was crazy, man. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the show is the crowd. The one thing I do hate, man, is the signs, man. I couldn't see, like you could tell from the videos uploaded, them guys holding up the sign, especially during AEW tribute. When they announced Brian Christopher, me and him, we became buddies. I wanted to upload his tribute part, but there was a guy in front of me holding up a big old sign and I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I was like, I told him, I was like, dude, Brian Christopher is a good friend of mine, and you just ruined this whole thing for me. So I hope you're happy.
Yeah, I know, man. There's some people that don't have any decency.
Yep. And I'll tell you another thing. You just ruined your shot at being on YouTube. I
Yeah.
was uploading the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't tell you all the questions I got about the AEW show, and it's cool. In a way, I became famous for that, especially with the views and all. I was like, man, I just got lucky. And plus, I'm the only guy that's got a live version of John Moxley smashing the bubbly over Jericho's head. So yeah, and they use that shot all the time too, especially during the 1 year Dynamite. I'm like, yep, I was there, and it was awesome. But yeah, man, John Moxley, nothing compares to when he walks out, man. You want to talk about an adrenaline rush, dude? It's like when his music hits, it's over with, man. I just feel pumped.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm about getting ready to end the stream here, guys. Of
I
course, I
feel you,
appreciate
man.
everybody being here. John, thank you. It's been
Yeah,
great
no problem,
talking to you,
brother.
man. We'll definitely have to schedule another stream again at some point.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm
Yep.
down.
So everybody, thank you for watching. Big thanks to Josh Russell for being here. Big thanks to Tion Couponer for being in the chat. Nicole Davis. Thank you, everybody. Sorry we didn't really do a whole lot of SmackDown commentary, but just another episode of SmackDown. It's like, yeah, I wish they could have done the retro episode this week instead of next
I
week. But
know,
oh
right?
well. Yeah. But hey, everybody, thank you for being here for my birthday live stream. Maybe
Happy
I'll try to do
birthday,
this again
man.
next year. Yep, thank you. And yeah, I'll try to let y'all know when I do our stream. And I'm also going to put a link to my Discord again. It's probably still in the comments somewhere if anyone wants to join my Discord. Otherwise, you guys can still follow me on my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, I even have a Facebook page, which I barely use anymore, but yeah, Facebook sometimes. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Rock on, keep collecting, and as always, stay safe.
All right.
Yep.
See you guys.
Yep.